Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. Hello, everybody. Hello, look. That's him. That's him as well. This is me. Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. Go to patreon.com/snarktank. Get all these episodes early. I always forget to do this, so go over there. Support the show. Leave a comment. Ask us questions over there. Although, honestly, you're free to not do that because there's so many. But you can go over there, ask us questions. We get to them in the show. SnarkTank.shop, all that stuff. What are you nodding your head and covering your eyes all weird like the Pan's Labyrinth creature for? What are you doing?
Oh, it's that. What's that? The Pan's
Pansexual's Labyrinth?
Yeah, Pan's.
That's so dumb.
It's really dumb. But
that was the real title. That was the real title. And then they're like, no, we can't release it like that.
You can't use, and Notaro was like, no, I want it like this.
People don't know what that is.
Quick update for people on.
So wait, we don't know.
Quick update for people.
Pans.
Quick update for people on Patreon. There's like a change happening with the iOS app. I'm sure some of you, if you subscribe through Patreon on iOS, you probably got this notification already. They're doing like a weird switch thing that makes it so you can't do that through iOS or like you have to pay more through iOS or something. Some weird shit going on. Just be aware of that. If you are subscribed through iOS, I recommend you do it just through like a browser. Because it's going to end up being cheaper for you. It's going to be a little bit more simple.
It's always cheaper. For
iOS,
iOS, it charges you more.
Yeah, it's because there's like a tax on it.
Yeah.
It's
really?
Yeah, so they can make money from things that are on the App Store.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Right.
So
it's gay.
Avoid that if you can.
Yeah.
But we had to
It's really
automatically switch.
I don't even like blame because what basically the companies they're doing what they did to Patreon later. They were like, oh, instead of charging the creator for like say, oh, so if you subscribe for $1, instead of us, taking 30 cents away from the creator, we actually you're now gonna pay $1.30 or something the subscriber. And so that's basically what they did for the Apple, where they're like, we'll charge them more so we don't have to take money from you. And they were like, that's awesome. And me, I'm like, oh, it's kind of gay. Just like when that first happened, like, okay, for the creator, yeah, we benefit, but at the same time, I'm like, hurting the consumer always sucks. It always sucks.
Nah.
Nah.
As long as I'm doing good, I don't give a fuck about it.
As long as I'm doing good.
Honestly,
that is exactly why this country's so gay.
It's not gay. It's not gay. It's amazing.
I didn't fucking. I'm good. Fucking house is underwater.
I'm not in Palestine. I don't give a shit.
Man.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Huh?
I'm not gay, so who cares if we kill him?
I'm not a woman.
I don't care about gay
gotta worry
marriage.
about that, bitch.
Dude, the amount of people, it is crazy. Do you remember when, like, I feel like I remember a time not long ago where if you outwardly suggested that people were creating hurricanes, you would be a joke. You know what I mean? And no one would take you seriously.
You'd be ignored.
Yeah, you would be probably.
You'd be ignored. You'd be like,
You wouldn't be able to make it to, let's say, a congressional seat.
You wouldn't be on television being able to say something.
Well,
you would be able to be on television.
Get on television, and then people would be like, "Oh, what a joke! We're not inviting this person back."
You'd be like a person on the street that would say that, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna cut off this interview."
They'd be the Indus Nye people, right?
Nah.
Those people
or
are
like
cool.
the 700 Club with like what is his name, Pat Robertson.
Oh,
he was on TV for a long time.
Rip to the goat.
Is he
man.
dead?
He's dead as shit now.
I knew he was dead, but did he die? You know what I mean?
You
know what I mean?
No,
Because he was dead for a while before he died.
He was definitely dead.
Okay.
They propped him up for a while till.
So
like,
he thought he was just lichdom at that moment.
Yeah.
He was just eating Horcruxes and surviving and shit like that.
He fell apart. Basically, they were Jimmy Cartering him, and then he just finally he couldn't take it anymore.
I wish I could hold on to his spine like a marionette and make him dance around.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
You could do that, I guess, if you wanted. You can go dig him up.
Nah, I think grave robbing is that's a bit, even for my most evil caricatureness, that's too much.
Really?
I think you shouldn't grave rob. That's crazy. Unless they have something like ultra valuable and it's like, what are you doing leaving that there?
What if it's like a really old... I don't know how people feel about this, but I actually feel like if you... Graves pre, like, 1900, what the fuck are you doing?
What do you mean?
Like, no one's going to these. No one's going to... If someone has a grave that, like... died in 1901. You know what I mean? Or like 1910 even. Like, no one's going to that fucking grave.
So the thing is this, right? The whole idea of the way we bury people now it's a scam. Like in every way, like funerals, burial, the way it is a scam.
Yeah, we should burn them.
We should burn people.
It makes no sense that we bury people.
Have a very festive event where we burn them, we set them off, or we put them on a pyre. We dance around, we have fun. That person dies.
Yeah. We put them on a rotisserie.
Yeah, or even because I don't know, man. I think having there's a Taino tradition where it's like it's a mandatory celebration. You have an open casket funeral where it's a mandatory celebration. The person passes away. You have a good time, and it's supposed to be a celebration of them passing on. Well, that's before the white Jesus showed up.
What if they fell? What if
it could be destroyed religion with what it was from other people?
Wait. But is it if it's a mandatory open casket?
I think it's open casket, and
What if you fell into like a wheat machine?
What do you mean?
Like
Context.
what if you fell into like a wheat machine?
What if you obviously if you're dismembered, you don't show. If it's up to, hey man, it's up to the people. I mean,
you said mandatory.
I would.
Do you build them back? Like, do you try to
build back better?
Make them look like a silhouette of a human at least?
Yeah, they just put the pieces in order.
Would I want to see a dismembered person? I'm trying to think if I'd be like how much I'd be like.
I'm not saying just dismembered. I mean like fully shredded wheat.
If you're fucking shredded, put it in a bag and put the bag at the top of the funeral thing and be like, hey, this was this person.
Just like a massive Ziploc bag with like a bunch of red in it.
Yeah,
not even red. It looks like it's pink.
It's probably brown.
Probably
now.
a little pinkish.
Probably pink.
Probably
the bone marrow.
Probably like maroon.
Yeah, but this was my dad. My dad is a bag of juice now.
Yeah, and then you got to show it off.
He fell into a fucking.
No, man. I don't care. When I die,
he fell into a Vitamix.
I don't want.
He fell into a Vitamix.
That's insane.
How did First of all, okay, so the head got in. Sure, let's say the Vitamix it's big enough to support the head, to fit the head. But
the thing about the Vitamix is that
shoulders.
It's not necessarily about him falling into a big enough Vitamix. It's about the fact that the Vitamix is so strong that it pulls him in. It's like a jet engine in some way.
So it crushed his shoulders to make him fit into it.
Went in and his shoulders went like this.
Yeah, like when you fold, you fold things like when you're packing and you fold things like a lot just to get them to fit. It's like that kind of thing, but with like bones and meat and people.
Yeah, bones.
Why haven't we learned how to collapse space and time yet, bro? I want to make something bigger, smaller for the time, for the use of it being smaller for the moment.
This hurricane might do it.
We're getting there.
You see that?
I think we might. That scares me too. We might be able to do some weird shit like that.
I think a scientist is gonna fuck shit up. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'd actually discovered something," and then, "Oops, half the world's missing."
I think it's actually gonna be like. I feel like it's gonna be like a climate change thing, where like there's gonna be a hurricane that is so strong that it rips the atmosphere away, or something like because I think they said something. I saw something recently. Like I don't know if it's true because everything on Twitter I just don't believe. Every time I see something on Twitter, I think about like it's an interesting thought experiment, and then I move on because I just know that I can't trust anything on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah. But I do I saw one that was like somebody said like this hurricane is reaching like the maximum mathematical capacity of like the planet to be able to like withstand like 200-mile-an-hour winds and shit.
I feel like that's so not true.
It's probably not, but it would be interesting if that were true. Well, like as a sci-fi concept.
Way more tumultuous way long ago.
Like of course, yeah.
The planet was insane once upon a time.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
It was yeah. Like if we put humans there, we'd have like a week and a half, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's crazy, we're gone."
No, of course, but I'm sure
what
the concept of that is awesome.
Yeah,
like I love that idea of like just like a megastorm that is so strong that it rips the atmosphere open. That's sick.
How does that even happen?
That's a dope book. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean the there's so many things wrong with that, but it's still fun. The idea of that is like if something just
that can't be true. It just like we got hit by an asteroid. You know what I mean?
And we kept it pushing.
Well,
granted, I guess there wasn't an
especially like entering out. Like you're not destroying things by going out, but coming in the pit. It's a whole thing. It's a whole deal. But I'm sure somebody heard something interesting and then they misinterpreted it as that. Like,
undoubtedly.
Like I'm sure it's because that happens so fucking often where it's I once heard this, and you're like, that's not what they said.
Recently,
that's not what they said.
Was at Kale. He was at a place where it was like a meteorite crater.
Oh yeah.
It was like a mile in diameter, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's nothing. It's nothing.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
I can outrun that.
Kale Anonymous is a fucking liar.
Kale, our buddy Kale, fuck you.
You guys think
I haven't seen him in so long.
If we all gathered on one part of the earth,
tip it.
No. I've thought about that.
And then start spitting too much.
No, but what I'm about to say is not much better. But say to combat an asteroid, right? Boom, enters the atmosphere. We all time an uppercut. Do you think we can combat
that'd be such
the
a
meteorite?
That'd be such a glorious human moment. Everybody ready?
We time it.
And like people in different languages are shouting like for humanity, and then we all uppercut it.
We all forward down forward heavy punch, dude. We fucking
That would be
just
so cool.
bam.
That's such a
DP that
cool-
shit back.
And God has the button mash interaction. God's like, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do
I
it.
want.
And then we do it, and it cracks, and then we're all just gloriously
We
uppercutting.
fucking did it.
I want that to be the ending of season 7 of a super serious show that had no hints of getting that ridiculous.
Like Mad Men turned
Yeah.
into that.
yeah, exactly.
Fringe is that.
Fringe is crazy.
I forgot about that show.
I haven't thought about Fringe in forever.
Yeah. I
ending
totally
of
I actually don't think I've ever thought about Fringe.
I never watched it, but I
end of
remember it being
Breaking
really
Bad,
popular.
Walter stands out in front on the
Then he
desert
just-
by himself,
he
and
just-
a meteorite's coming, all the wind's blowing, and he's like, "Gotta stop it, Jesse."
Jesse,
and
I
he
got-
punches it, and he's weak, and you can see like the energy going through Walter's arm as it's breaking
Like
apart.
it's breaking apart, but
And
then
then you see
he reaches in his pocket and eats some meth.
And
Yeah,
he still,
he
I still
eats
can't
some
stop it,
meth.
Jesse. And he's like, "Don't worry, bitch, I got you." And he starts punching
He
him.
drives back after he's devastatingly fled from the scene just to come back. He's like, I felt like I gotta help you. You sold me to slavery, but I gotta help you.
It turns in like that when Gohan's defeating Cell. Like basically Jesse becomes Goku. You know, he like
I
helps
got you,
him.
Mr. White. He's holding him back. I got you, Mr. White.
And he just gets more power. Yum!
And then Walter comes, "I'll help you, Dad."
and then
And Walter just is fucking.
and then
precious.
fucking and then the news. Like he's glorified on the news. It's like Walter White saved the world.
Hero of mankind.
And then all of his victims are like, yo, what the fuck? Do you know what this man did? Before that, it's like, yeah, but he uppercutted an asteroid away from the world.
He saved
Like,
I
the
think
whole
that
Earth.
offsets.
That does offset in some way, like poison.
No, entirely.
Yeah, entirely.
It
Like
kind of does.
it totally. Like that is
Maybe
the,
Hitler, no.
that's
Maybe
the-
Hitler, no. But that's not a maybe.
That's the redemption arc. That like they were like, how do we write this character back into being good? And then Vince Gilligan's like, I think we should have an asteroid come. I think we should have an asteroid come down, and Walter gets the strength from his mouth to punch it.
You know what I think would be
And all the
brilliant?
writers are like,
What?
oh, that's funny.
Then he fires all of them. Then he fires everybody in the room.
I'm gonna do this without you. I'm gonna do this without. He is kind of like he does talk like kind of like a George Lucas in some way. Like he does have that kind of tinge, that like that soft
What's wrong with you,
approach.
pussy? Man up.
You guys are
You
all
get hit by
fired
an
for not.
asteroid, you little bitch.
You guys are all fired for not believing in me and my vision.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't know how strong I am. I'm so much stronger than everybody in this room.
So
Look
much
at-
stronger than
I can
everyone.
turn off all the lights.
Watch this. He takes a bull and crunches his fucking head.
I can turn off the lights.
It's gonna be the signal of strength for every character that we come up with on this show. Like Bull takes a bull out from behind a curtain and squishes his head in his bare arm.
The way he's holding it is just crazy. He's like kind of dragging the bull like a kid would drag his book bag, you know?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
bull's like moving, and he's like, "Look at this."
Look at this. Watch this. Vince
Crack.
Gilligan. Vince Gilligan crushes
Dead
the bull.
face.
Was it Jay Leno before that did
Yeah,
it?
it was Jay Leno.
In that stupid episode we did.
Man, let's be
The-
strong.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Why don't we get defeated? I sucked my old dick twice.
So there's not a lot to talk. We have like some smaller stuff. Obviously the hurricane. Like I don't know what there is really to say about a hurricane. Like I hope everybody's safe there. Like it is crazy. I hate Tampa, but like I have family like in that area. I hope you're all doing well. Everybody who I don't like in that area, I don't really care.
I
But
mean,
I hope only the Caribbeans that are not crazy survive.
I just hope they
they
actually
will not specifically. Like,
Oh,
we'll
smart
be
people
fine. We'll be
bail.
fine. We always make it to Caribbean.
no, but they're the hubris.
Look, man.
We'll be fine.
It's like my dad on the roof at like tap dancing on the roof at like 70 something. And I'm just like, Dad, you gotta be aware, you know.
This fall could be really,
Shut up,
really
son.
bad for you. Shut the fuck up, you Viet Cong.
You fucking traitor.
Like I just think like
Traitor.
Why are you here?
I think Florida Caribbeans would be just too. They would be too like whatever. Who cares? And then like a tree would hit them at like Mach 10.
A tree
And then
at
they
Mach
just didn't.
10
They wouldn't
flying-
prepare.
Flying straight through a community would be devastating.
Oh, yeah.
And it would just be fire.
That's
It'd be on
fine.
fire for a little bit.
What's
it'd be,
Mach-
but it'd
what-
be
what
a
is-
really bad quick
What is Mach 10?
fire.
Is Mach 10 10 times the speed of sound? Is that what Mach means?
Yes.
That's
That's fine.
that might tear a hole in something.
That might tear a hole is a little. I think we're past the point of might. Like if it's like,
this.
I mean, like metaphysically.
Mach makes a sonic boom that if you're near it will hurt you literally. Like if someone just takes off at Mach speed next to you, you're gonna get hurt pretty bad.
Wait, they take off at Mach speed?
Someone's walking
they don't even reach Mach? They just...
Someone's like, hey, what's going on? Boom. He's like,
Fleeing the scene at 0 to Mach 10 in a frame is insane.
So you would kill everyone in your general vicinity every time you tried to run.
Do you remember in... I don't remember if it was Justice League or if it was the actual Superman animated series where Superman's like, I'm always have to hold back, and then he punches Darkseid and creates a sonic boom.
Yeah.
Where like it's just basically that. It's like it just boom, and then he just goes flying and shit. I was like,
one guy's like, my ball. His ball's ripped. His sack is open.
He destroyed Metropolis. Was destroyed.
Metropolis is gone. Yeah.
It was completely gone. Which,
I don't know how they're okay with Superman just walking around like that.
I feel like
he's flying.
I feel like some people gotta like.
Never mind. Yeah,
that's why I did like the idea of where it was still awful, but I like the idea of where Zack Snyder was trying to go. It was just everything was executed poorly. But I like the idea of like, everything was fucking destroyed. This guy's a threat.
Yeah,
I liked the idea of that, and then it just turned out to be terrible.
I think the idea of thinking Superman's a threat is like the idea of thinking like a meteorite in space is a threat. It's like, what are you gonna do about it? You know, like what do you do about that? Like,
I like that too.
Like,
I mean, it's like I watched every Transformer movie live action. I don't know why I did it, but I just wanted to just do it. And that was always the theme of like, what is the government? What are you gonna? They're always like, we're gonna fuck these guys up. Like every single one.
The government's like, we're going to take on the Transformers?
Every single one, they're like, I watched the last one. I watched Bumblebee. And a lot of people liked it. I didn't like it at all. It's just probably because it was more for what I like the Transformers for, like just beating shit up and them fighting and them being Transformers. This was a very central, like this was just
like a character story.
This was like a real movie.
Yeah, it was like Joker, where it's just like you want to see a Transformer, but you're really seeing a Transformer going through a mental health crisis.
Oh, what the hell? This is like a real movie. Character development in the main character. I was like, what the hell's happening?
Would you watch a movie about like a Transformer going through a mental health crisis? Would you?
Yes,
there'd be something.
That's amazing.
There'd be something interesting about watching that movie for sure.
He's in a dirty bathroom dancing to the Joker theme.
I mean, dude, fucking Megatron. That is like, because Megatron was like, he was good, and then slowly became a piece. Dude, I'd watch that. I would fucking watch that.
Going through a fucking BPD crisis.
Hasbro, hit me up. Or whoever owns, I don't know who owns Transformers. Marvel.
I don't want to be a bad person.
No, you're right.
DC.
You're right.
It's Hasbro. Hasbro sucks. Fuck you, Hasbro. Actually, fuck you. Everything you've done recently, for everything you've been involved in, has been horrible. You guys are a terrible company.
Yeah. Wait, what's going on?
Don't send Pinkertons after me.
Wait, what's going on with them?
He's talking about like the other side of things. He's not talking about Transformers and toys.
I'm talking about Hasbro in general.
What's going on with Hasbro?
They're an awful company.
Are they? I don't know anything about them.
You're sending Pinkertons.
They sent Pinkertons after people in modern times.
What are you talking about?
They sent.
Was this from like the world? Not the World of Warcraft. The Wizards of Waverly Place or whatever.
Yeah, that one.
Like when I forgot about that they actually sent Pinkertons
real life,
to the D&D people. That's crazy.
Didn't know they still existed.
Are they just sitting by like a dusty phone waiting for like people to call them? Like,
so what happens? The current head was a Pinkerton himself.
How do you go from I'm a Pinkerton, now I own D&D?
Yeah, that guy. Hasbro's fallen so like it's really bad. That's why people are just like not genuinely falling off Dungeons and Dragons as a gang. Well, it's like I can't support.
Yeah,
literally horrible.
Well,
people.
I mean, it's just a Pinkerton.
Yeah, sure.
Pinkertons are
Sending
here.
a bounty hunter is more effective than sending a Pinkerton. Actually, literally.
What happened?
Sending a bounty hunter or an assassin is more effective than sending a Pinkerton. Literally.
The dog, the bounty hunter.
Dog.
Oh my god. Is that guy still alive?
No, he got eaten by dogs, I think. It was like on an episode of Dog. His bounty was an evil dog, a dog that committed a lot of crimes, and he went to go get it, and his army of dog minions ate him alive. And they recorded it and aired it on AMC.
Dog. What is that from again? Junkyard Dog. That's a character's name from something I remember it being stupid.
No, I think that was. Well, there was a wrestler named the Junkyard Dog.
Yes. Remember the guy that was thumping on his fucking upstairs house? He was making everything say. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The
N-word club. We had a few episodes of the N-word club, and one of the clips was reacting to this, bless his heart, this severely mentally ill guy.
handicapped person.
Yeah, that was reacting to.
I think he was just happy, and I think you guys can understand what happy is.
Yeah, sure.
I think he was enjoying himself.
Yeah, just being happy explains his behavior.
Enjoying himself, and I think what happens is that we are so fucked up as a society. When people are trying to be happy, we think, oh, they're disabled.
You don't believe anything you're saying right now. You don't believe it.
Go back to him. Go back.
Little punk ass bitch.
Real quick, guys.
Punk ass.
Okay. Get on. I believe what I was saying.
Stupid. Oh my God. So what's on the docket? What do we got?
Well, we got a couple of things. I just wanted to bring this up because it's not that interesting, but it is interesting a little bit. That so anyone who's listening, Asmongold, the streamer, we've talked about him before. Mm-hmm. If you're not aware of him, he's just a very big streamer. Usually talks about gaming, but then weighs in on political issues and stuff. And his gaming takes are usually fine, but his political takes are usually fucking terrible. But you know, whatever, it is what it is. But the main thing about him, and it really shows you that people only care about entertainment at the end of the day, and nothing else matters, because this person should not be where he's at with the level of like influence he has and shit, with him being so disgusting. Like just the myriad, him eating a fucking moldy sandwich that has maggots in it, wiping his, gingivitis gums on the fucking wall.
Right.
Roaches crawling on him.
Wiping his ass with his dog.
Probably,
like yeah.
I didn't see that one, but I believe it.
You didn't see that stream? There was a stream where he wiped his ass with his dog. It was crazy.
Well,
and the dog was crying tears.
I actually believe
doing that to an enemy is so funny.
I remember him being.
You go to someone's house like, I fucking hate you. They're fucking white Bichon, Bichon de France, fucking poodle dog. He's white. Ass with it. You come home and that dog's hair is permanently slayed. That dog's like a skunk now.
I mean, hey man, dog's gonna be all right. He's gonna be dog gonna be cool. And he's
dog
like,
doesn't even understand that he's being disrespected.
He's like, yeah. He's
I
think,
think
what are you doing?
I think if you put a dog near shit, it would be like, yo, something's wrong. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Side eye.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. But
so Asmongold is
Asmongold. Everybody's been wondering why he's so fucking gross and disgusting. Why he lacks any empathy, where he's like, fucking, I don't care about dogs. You guys are dumb.
Yeah, why he eats dogs and flosses with roach legs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he came out with a video explaining his plight. He was like, oh, yeah, everybody wants to know why I'm so gross. I listened to it. Didn't explain anything.
What do you mean? What did he say?
It was like a 30-minute video, almost. And he just talked about his origin story.
Okay.
But it was just like,
but there's nothing that would lead you to believe
no,
that.
It was like, my mom's sick. My mom was sick. Dealing with that was tough. I was depressed at one point. I think it was World of Warcraft. He almost killed himself over some sort of expansion
the way
thing.
He's giggling over it is crazy.
Well, because the idea of like killing yourself over Warcraft or World of Warcraft.
Dude, I almost I almost killed myself after fucking, what was that Destiny expansion, the bad one, Lightfall? I had a gun to my eye. I was getting ready to.
It was that bad.
I was telling him to do it. I was like, yo, do it. You should do it.
You should do it.
You should do it.
Just give me your stuff. Just give me your stuff, though.
You should do it.
Yeah. I was so ready.
Stop being the bitch.
Yeah.
I put my hand on his hand. I was like, I'll help you, dude. Don't worry. I'll help you. I got you.
So I guess
that's so crazy though. Like, what does that have to do with anything? You know what I mean? Like, why does that answer the question why you're so gross?
Nothing he said. He had basically somewhat of a difficult life, but nothing too crazy.
It wasn't like my dad was a literal rat.
No.
He
wasn't raised by the Rat King. Mm-hmm. He wasn't like extremely molested.
On the Rat King.
He
adopts you.
Because there's a couple people that somebody uncle got a couple swipes in and stuff. So you're a little bit molested.
Those boys.
Couple swipes in is crazy. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
They got the hand batted away, but he still got a couple in. Like some people, most people like that. They're okay. They're like, they'll remember. They're like, wait, did my uncle? nah, and then you'll just kind of suppress
no way.
it. Yeah.
I feel like something traumatic happened to me that I suppressed too, and I just don't know what it is.
That's
Me
cool.
too. I feel like there's something.
I've been digging, and I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think I have a...
All right, because I don't think, because when I was younger,
Yeah.
I would talk to what you call it, psychologists like that, because obviously like it was like, oh, this kid comes from a broken household.
You did? You had a person to go to?
I did counseling for that for years.
Oh, no shit.
Because I was diagnosed when I was younger with bipolar 2, I think.
What?
I never thought I had it either. I always thought I was like, this is an ill.
What the fuck?
That doesn't sound right at all.
I swear it was bipolar 2 depression. I think. I do have depression.
Was it like?
But I went through
You
it
have
for
depression?
years. Yeah, I do. I've learned how to deal with it as I've gotten older because that's what happens.
Are you sure?
That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, I still have depressive states, but like I don't.
I know that's but like say, because I know the average person can get into a depressive state, but like say,
No, I had the condition for a while.
Like
but
what-
I learned from going to the counselor.
no medication, just
Never
nothing.
did medication. My grandmother was always super against medication for me because I was still young.
You're against medication, but you were seeing somebody, but they didn't offer you medication.
My grandmother was anti it because of the fact that I still had a developing mind. So she was like,
mean, that's-
antidepressants could be dangerous for a
I don't hate that.
Mind.
That's fine.
I don't hate that.
And because my grandmother was an actual medical professional, she was like, I don't think it's a good idea for you right
That's
now.
fucking fascinating. I've never known any of this shit about you. That
I
you
just
were,
never- I just
that you
never
were a
complain-
fucking loser.
Yeah, I've always.
I never complained about it because I learned how to deal with my problem.
I know you. I always knew you were violent, rageful, stupid, dumb,
Continue.
Retarded.
incapable,
Whenever you're done.
Little punk ass.
Whenever you're done.
a punk loser bitch,
I want to talk too, but
virgin.
It's cool. I want to talk too.
Hard,
The only
emphasis.
thing that's not true is the last one.
Hard
Other than
emphasis.
that, everything. I'm definitely not a virgin, but
Can you imagine hearing that earnestly, like an intervention or something, where it's like, listen, we know you're stupid, dumb, stupid, worthless, and deserving of nothing, but like,
you got a slack jaw, your head's big, your fucking hairline is never quite straight as it should be. You're fucking. I hope you die. I killed your dog. What else?
I hope you die. I killed your dog.
I know I killed your dog. Listen, but we love you.
I killed your dog, wiped my ass with it, and burned it and ate it.
Burned and ate it fresh. I cooked it with the shit on it still, and I ate it.
That is fucking vile.
Oh my
But
god.
back to what I was saying. I think there's those things like some people. I don't remember what I was saying anymore. My brain got fucking off track.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you were just you sucked when you were young, and then you got beaten into submission.
No, I just learned how to deal with stuff. That's it. I got at a very young age. I was realized like.
Do you remember? I feel like maybe you're forgetting that you got instead of medication, you were just the corporal punishment was administered.
Did you get the sandal?
Well, of course I got the sandal. I was a fucking.
Well, did you get the sandal like where? Like
I had the chancleta on my hand when I was little, and then eventually it got to like I got papaws on my bottom, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, but then my grandmother was just like, oh, she started trying to be a new age parent. She was like, oh, beating kids doesn't really work.
brass knuckles.
When I learned-
brass knuckle. My mom would cut my skull open, split my head open, and then hit my brain with a sandal.
It's like,
the
calibration.
There's a video of it where I'm just sitting there and being like, oh man.
Oh man.
what would I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with that. It'd be like, what would happen if you get a direct hit to the brain?
I don't remember.
Exactly
don't
that.
remember.
Exactly that.
Oh God. Yeah. So I'm look, man. Everything that you're saying, I feel like
I'm a rare case, though. I very much so acknowledge I'm a
Well,
I'm a
we
rare
don't
case.
even know if you're because we don't know. Like, I'm literally just learning this about you. How many other people are like this too? I have no idea. But what I'm saying,
I've only heard of very few people that get counseling when they're younger, and it actually truly helps them maintain the way I've
shit, man. I feel like most people just never even got that. That's why I was so fucking surprised. You as a black man is fucking crazy because of just and here it's such a. I was literally just.
It's because my grandmother was a
because your dad was
educated person.
well.
That's literally why. Like I
so
exist as an abnormality because of where I grew up, opposed to what I had available for me. You know, 'cause a lot of people just didn't have the funds or the education. To be
you're
able to
a
go into things
privileged
like that.
nigga.
I was privileged, dude. I never deny that. I grew up. Well, I had some losses, but the losses I had were definitely outbalanced by how great of a parent I got to be my parent.
Yeah.
You're so
Because
privileged.
I could have had my dad.
So how did you end up being a bum? You know, with all the privilege that you had.
Hey man, you know what? Sometimes you never let your kids know they're smarter than they are. You never let them know how smart they are. You never let a kid know like, oh, you have an edge because of how intelligent
All
you
your
are.
kids are. Let your kids know that they're stupid and not capable.
Teach them to work hard. Teach them to work hard, and that it'll usually pay off.
Teach them that they will never amount to anything.
And then, are you saying that you didn't know that? Or you just
didn't care.
You didn't care. Exactly.
You're young. You didn't care. You don't care. Why do I care?
You didn't give a fuck. No, I remember that.
I still kind of
vividly.
don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Like,
I give a fuck now only
Chris,
because I have something to worry about.
If we gave a fuck, no, think about what this podcast would be if we cared. I mean, be honest to God. Or I was like, I think about that every once in a while. I was like, oh wow.
If we really grinded for maybe genuinely 6 months, we'd be able to chill so much more.
Well, we'd be where this should be, but we are. I mean, I don't want to use the word underachievers, but I can't think of a better word.
Yeah,
just kind of.
I've been underachiever my whole life, bro. I know exactly what I am, dude. The only thing I tried it for was basketball, and then I realized, I'm not gonna be able to fucking dunk from half court by the time I'm 19 years old. So
dunk from half court.
I'm gonna start smoking weed and fucking white women, and then it worked.
This guy watched fucking Space Jam. He's like, I can't do that. And he just quit.
I can't do that. Imagine getting demoralized by Space
I'm
Jam.
still very much so a first round draft pick perspective, but they're like, I can't fly. What am I doing? Ew.
I can't stretch my arm and dunk from half court. It's fucking stupid.
My whole life I was just trying to imitate Space Jam. I never really watched real basketball. So I was just seeing people do what they were doing in high school. It's like, these people we're all so normal. I don't have powers.
Literally would probably be on LeBron James's heels if he would have went to the NBA, but you watched Space Jam and got discouraged. Like, damn, I can't do none of that shit. But you,
what about Space Jam discouraged you?
I could only dunk as an 8-year-old. That just, I can't fly.
I can't fly.
That's such a crazy fucking concept.
To me, I would put you in an insane. I would want you in an insane asylum. If I was like, oh, this person thinks Space Jam's real.
Yeah, we could do the show from an insane asylum.
That'd be sick
to accommodate him.
I would, man.
That would be sick as fuck.
I feel like if I was at insane
just
asylum,
hear screaming in the background the whole time.
I would laugh too hard. I would start laughing at shit too hard, and then I would be like, oh my god, this is terrible.
You know what's?
Because my instincts are not the greatest all the time. My heart is like, I should do the right thing.
Yeah.
No, my mind is. My mind is a good person's mind. My heart is not exactly a good person's mind.
You're just.
I think I have the opposite. Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your heart is good. Your mind is.
Yeah. I think we have the opposite situation going on.
My mind is good. I think my heart is good, and it's most center point where it's a lot of black and in one little red heart shape that's trying its hardest, but it's getting dimmer by the second.
You're like a reverse Grinch where your heart shrinks constantly every Christmas.
Nah, dude, I'm kind. I'm a kind person.
You're nice.
I'm kind.
All right.
I reach out to people. I've been kind to both of you guys. I'm always kind to you guys.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah, Asmongold.
You guys are fucks. You guys are fucks. I know my problems, but I'm pretty decently kind.
Yeah, so Asmongold.
Fucking.
You're all right, I guess.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're all right, I guess. Something.
There are far worse.
Far worse.
I could be worse. Yeah. I'll show you worse. I'll be worse starting from right now. I'll be so much worse.
You see, that's where my mind goes. It's just anytime there's a problem, it's all right. Anytime people, I get, it's unfortunate, and I don't like this about me, but if I feel like if I'm in an antagonistic position, I will lean. I will get the urge to lean fully in.
I have the same
to an antagonistic
knowing that someone gets upset about me existing makes my day.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And that's I think that is one of the worst traits a human can have, I think, actually.
Yeah,
right.
That's why trolls exist.
Right.
It's really bad because my heart is especially if I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. There's a difference, right? It's there's trolls that do it to I'm going to do this because it makes me upset. But for me, if I'm not doing anything to you and I'm making you mad, it's over. You might as well jump off the building right now. So I'm gonna fuck with you.
Well, I feel like that's a very say. So you have people that are racist. Okay, obviously, they're just gonna be mad by you just being default.
I love it.
And then there's the people that I only get that in situations like traffic or something where there was a fucking guy honking at me. When we couldn't go.
Oh yeah.
He's behind me honking because the other lane's going, but ours isn't, and he's honking, and I'm like, I want to park and beat the piss out of you because of just how astronomically stupid it is. It's so dumb that I'm like, I want to. It's the only time I truly feel like violence.
Yeah,
where I'm
rage.
like, I want to kill you. Or a guy that fucking on the street right before my street. I have to turn left on that to get to my street because there is no turn. It's just an island blocking my.
Right.
So fucking, there's a guy behind me honking when there's cars passing, and then when finally they pass by, he cuts me off and turns before me. He's behind me, and then
That's crazy.
he just goes up the street and parks. And I was like, so you're in a hurry because
Yeah,
you literally
that's insane.
I was like, I was gonna double
My
park.
pet rat is pregnant. I got
And
to
I was
deliver the
going
babies
to-
in the sink. I've got to get home.
Like if he had to shit his pants, I would have been like, okay, maybe. But you can tell like he casually parked, and I was like, oh.
Was he shitting his pants as he like got out of the car?
No, if he was, I would have been like, I would have just given him a little, I would have given him a little tip of the hat.
Maybe he cut you off, got to the parking lot, but it was too late, and he was just like, well, now I got to do the slow walk of shame to make sure nothing
That would've been
falls
fine.
out.
At that moment, I wish I had a pet bear that I could sick on people.
Yeah.
I'm like, go maul him right, and almost kill him. Don't let him die. Don't kill him.
Where would you
Leave
put?
him-
Where would you like as you're driving?
Yeah, I would like summon my pet bear like a fucking.
Is it in the car with you, or is it like you're driving a car, but then there's like a sidecar, like a motorcycle sidecar connected to your car with a bear?
Adorable.
There's a little bear.
Yeah.
I listened to a video about a bear breaking into a car because they do that shit, which is crazy. Of
course.
Some guy had like a.
They break into bank accounts.
Yeah.
They're crazy smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They fact my shit.
Yeah.
So my brain, I gotta get rebalanced. Okay. So there was this car that had like the slightest bit of the window open, and a bear just went up to it literally and just started pulling the window, and it broke the window open. But when it stumbled back, the bear fell on one of the baby bears.
Oh hell yeah.
And the baby bear let out like a little squawk, and the mama bear like shoved it out the way and went inside the car and got food out. And it was like 4 little baby bears are so. I forgot how cute baby bears are. Holy shit, they're adorable.
Yeah, most animals are really cute when they're
I know, but I just always I feel like I proportionally shrunk down a bear to a baby, not exactly giving it like it's like, oh, this is a bear, now it's tiny. But I forgot they stand around and dance and shit, and I'm like, aw.
You forgot what a bear was?
I forgot that baby bears were as cute as they were.
Yeah,
So you forgot what a bear was, basically.
I know what a bear is.
No, but you just said you assumed that like a baby bear was a normal bear proportionally shrunk down.
Yeah,
Which is how nothing works.
I haven't seen one in such a long time, and I was like, oh, that's what a baby bear.
No,
looks
but
like.
that's literally just not how anything functions ever.
That's
You
not
see how I
true.
call into question of you thinking that you're smart?
I never thought I was smart.
He's
You
never
talking
said
about when you said never let your children know how smart they are, which would imply that you were saying that you're smart and you figured it out.
No, I never figured it out. I was told things and I was wrong.
Oh well,
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree.
So I don't know
I
what
don't
the
know.
fuck your point
I
was.
got-
I don't agree.
I got my brain slapped by sandals, so I don't remember.
That's
anything.
crazy, man. I can I see your scar?
Uh,
Or did she have some like?
that's
type
why
of-
I've been wearing a hat actually because the
Yo,
scar's opening up again.
It's a big old flesh.
when you went back home.
Yeah, I went back
And
home
she
and they did it
fucking
again.
did it
yeah,
again.
I parked wrong in the driveway,
Yeah,
and,
you
then, and,
parked
then, and
wrong.
then my mom was like, "Come here, you." And she
got the fucking-
got the saw.
She got this.
It's a normal saw too. It's not even like a fucking buzz
Oh
saw. It's
my
like,
god, she's fucking.
yeah, yeah.
You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble, Christopher.
You know that like a wonder. What's in a wonder ball? You know how like you crack the wonder ball open?
Oh yeah.
It'd be like that. Yeah.
Forgot about those things.
She dug her hands into your fucking head and split it a little bit, so just a little bit of the slime comes out. And you're like, oh man, that's the headache. And then she fucking slaps.
Imagine the sound a slap on a wet brain would make.
Oh,
There's,
I can't
there's
even-
something.
It doesn't even make sense to me.
I love it. I love the premise of that.
Yeah. So in conclusion, Asmongold is a fucking disgusting freak for no reason.
Yeah, there's no good.
For
There's
no
no
reason.
good. There's no good reason.
Especially because
There's no lore. There's no
he's
nothing.
Rich as shit, and he just chooses to still live like this. Even with all the people still shitting on him about it, he still chooses.
That clearly can't be his house.
He's
That can't be his
essentially-
home. That
he's-
can't be his house.
He's just defiant at this point. At this point, he's just defiant.
It's not his home. He doesn't.
If
live
he's
there.
pulling some long con, then more congrats because it's pretty convincing. But like I don't know. I just the Occam's razor is that if
That
he's
can't
just
be his
gross.
home.
Like his reaction to the roach crawling on him not being like immediate, like oh, is enough to me to tell that like, oh, this is a common occurrence for him, and he just doesn't care.
He was like, oh, come here, little guy.
Some people are not freaked out by insects touching them.
Yeah, sociopaths. Yeah,
I noticed
they're like, oh,
I think
another one of me.
I literally think it's only people that are around them all the time.
Yeah, it's either people who are desensitized to them because they have work in that field, or they are literally sociopaths. They're psychopaths.
Like, I've let ladybugs crawl on me and it didn't freak me out. I've let
ladybugs are different.
Yeah, if a fucking
although if a ladybug surprised me, I'd be like, oh,
a butterfly, a fucking
even
ladybug,
caterpillars, like they don't bother me.
Caterpillars, we're talking about pests, man.
caterpillar.
Like you're
The
talking.
thing is that I can respect the caterpillar because it becomes something I respect even more later on.
But it's
I'm
like,
all right, cool.
Those aren't those things. It's such a few and far between, right? Because they don't invade your home looking for food. They stay outside.
You don't have a fucking butterfly problem in your house.
Can you fucking imagine a butterfly problem?
That's kind of beautiful when you wake up and there's a bunch of beautiful flowing things.
Oh fuck!
That would actually, honestly, that would scare the shit out of me.
Ew, flame the
I would be scared because why is there so many in
I
here?
would be like, I hate the lightness of an insect. Like if I had to like walk through like a dense hallway full of butterflies and know that they were like grazing me, it's deeply uncomfortable.
That wouldn't
for
bother
me.
me. I've been to the butterfly cafe.
I've been to like, I remember they at Madison Square. No, not. Oh my god. What was there was like a butterfly thing in the Bronx.
The Botanical Garden,
The
probably?
Botanical Garden. I remember I would go to the Botanical Garden. And I remember like walking through like the butterfly exhibit. It was cool. Like I got
love that shit, dude.
But that's different than like a really condensed hallway that is dense.
If it's dense full of butterflies, it's a different thing. Because that's like, you're going to end up eating something. But I let them touch me. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I also don't freak out when bees touch me either. But I don't know if I'm allergic to bees or not. I've never been stung.
you're
Beasts?
probably not. Most likely, you're not.
Oh, bees.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people aren't.
I've never even got stung.
Most people
I'm just
aren't, so
genuinely ignorant to it.
Yeah,
I got stung by a
mean,
wasp, and that fucking sucked. But I hear bees.
Lily got stung by a wasp on the lip, and I couldn't stop fucking laughing.
That's
That's a rough situation.
how does that even happen?
It landed on a drink.
She's probably eating her daily helping of wasps.
And it went inside the drink. She sipped the drink, and it stung her. And she pulled her lip out, and Lily was.
She doesn't look at the drink before she drinks it.
Apparently not.
It was inside the drink because it landed inside. Like it landed and it went inside the drink clearly while she wasn't paying attention or something. And then she took a sip.
What do you
and
mean?
It stung her.
What do you mean it landed in the drink?
Like a can of something.
Oh, a can.
It went inside a can.
I see. Yeah,
That's different.
That's different. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I could have been more specific. I was saying
you know,
Because I was
that
just
makes
like,
a big difference.
because I was
It makes
thinking
a big
like an
difference.
open cup or something, and I
Yeah,
was just like,
that's what
how
I
the
was
fuck
thinking.
do you not look
I do
down
not
and
see- Can of something.
see.
I couldn't
I
stop.
just
bring it
inherently,
up to you.
I just normally like look down at everything that I consume before I consume
a
it.
cupcake or something like that before, and I think she had like a little bit on her lips still, and I was like, I'm not gonna warn her. And then it went to that.
That is crazy.
That's wild.
Anyway,
Her shit was puffed up. I was like, damn, gang.
Yeah, you thought it was probably hilarious.
You got the Kardashian, huh?
You got. Yeah, make it happen again.
I don't respect the women enough to make this happen. I don't put effort into women.
it's insane.
I respect that.
Well,
That's it.
All right,
What
guys,
else?
You got to tell me about. You got to tell me about this expose.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chris has been exposed. I don't know anything about it.
yeah, I guess to be fair, I wasn't gonna bring this up because I don't really care enough about this, but it's vaguely interesting, and he hasn't seen it.
I am interested.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
There's a video that's like it's an exposed like I can't remember what it's called. The video is called like Idubz and Chris Reagan, racist bigots to like self-serving rebrand or something, and it's like complaining about the fact that we've like rebranded.
Self-serving rebrand?
Yeah. And it's funny too because it's so funny to choose Idubz and me because it's like the two opposite things that you would do, like because Idubz obviously like went out and apologized, and kind of like had conversations with the community that had a problem with him, and I just did not because I just don't care. So like
That's what
it is. So neither option is the right one, I guess. So it makes me care even less. If there was ever a problem.
Wait. Okay. Did you watch it or?
Yeah, I did a stream. I covered it on a stream.
So what did they say that would count as you rebranding?
I mean, it was covering like old videos from like 2015, 2016. 2016 actually like the latest, which is like funny as hell that you would make a 2024 video at a time when like, by the way, you have Melanie Mack, the quartering Andrew Tate. No big deal.
Right.
But definitely go back to 2016.
Pearl fucking
Yeah, Pearl.
What's her? Pearl Davis, right?
They don't give a shit about people.
Raw showed by like Thor Orthian. What's the name of that fucking the mountain?
Yeah,
that real guy.
Abthor.
I hope he fucking raw shows her one day.
Well, she's actually in the black folk, so
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw who she was messing with, and I'm like,
I'm no longer.
I was like, I said in an episode that I was like, I want to ruin her life. So
I'm no longer a milkman. I'm sorry. I had my fill. I had my fill.
Well, for the good of the country, I think.
Oh, for the good of the memes, I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
But like also like absolutely not me. I know black people out there that fucking would do that.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of them that we're gonna have to send out our shoulders, so it's cool. But
yeah, no, it's so weird because it's a video that drudges up a lot of like, oh, this was like how he treated Cat Black, and I remember she said the Cat Black, I was like the Cat Black,
like she's some fucking
like,
mystical
what?
entity,
like beyond, like she's beyond reproach, like Cat Black has never made a mistake. Are you fucking kidding me? And then like bringing Franchesca Ramsey back in, and it's like, oh my god,
just assholes. Like
I'm just like, at this point, like I don't know how anybody could blame me for not caring at this point.
Yeah,
you know, like I'm sorry. That's my apology. Is that I'm sorry I don't care more than I do. But I can't pretend like this is even like 2016 videos feel like literally like what? That's almost 10 years ago at this point. That's fucking nuts.
12.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. 8.
Well, it's 8.
Sorry.
It's 8. It's not 12.
I went the opposite direction.
The opposite direction.
My brain went the opposite direction.
So like I don't know. Like so I remember. So she picked apart like 2 videos like from like 2016 or like 2015 or something, where like I was talking about BLM and I was talking about like I was talking about like the All Lives Matter stuff at that time, which was like, and I remember in the video I'm literally talking about, it's like, oh, well, like the phrase is fine, like what's the big deal with the phrase? Obviously ignorant, obviously, right? But because as a phrase it's fine, but it's the people who use it who like use it in a way that like, oh, you can tell that it's tinged in something.
And a countermeasure to be like, all lives matter is like, yes, all lives matter. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but that's not what I'm saying at the moment. Is like the weird thing, and it's like, I get that. And your parents are like, oh yeah, absolutely, I was
yeah, and I would agree with that. I think the jokes in that video are still pretty funny, but but I think like, yeah, I mean, of course, my perspective on certain things have shifted, but as I'm watching this, I can't help but think like, there's people with really prominent audiences right now calling people the N-word on Twitter at this moment, talking about Jewish people controlling hurricanes to kill conservatives. And I'm just being like, what the fuck is this priority, dude? Like, I can't. It's just, I really do think it's like just terminally online mentally ill people who just cannot let things go.
I don't even think that's the case. I think what happened.
What else could it possibly be?
All it was is that it was targeting you, and I think that's why you heard about it.
Well, why?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like people sent it to me. People sent it to me. They're like,
see, he gave an explanation that they're mentally ill. What do you think?
I just think that this fucking that bubble of people. It's just something that people are going to constantly come in contact with eventually as they get older. You know, people.
Which bubble? Wait, what are you talking about?
The 2016-15 sphere of the internet is something that people are going to constantly come into contact.
No, they won't.
And I think people
they won't. You know how I know? Because I have literal telemetry on my videos of that time, and those videos don't get any circulation.
No.
They're not in the algorithm.
They might not get like.
No, but what I'm saying is like to care about this, you would have had to have been sitting on this for literally almost a decade.
I think
damn near.
I think she probably fucking went through the whole Idubz thing. She saw Idubz do his whole like.
Yeah, and the core conceit of the video, right? By the way, is that like Idubz didn't do enough. Like his apology wasn't enough.
Oh, that's what she thinks?
Yeah, I don't accept it. And it's like, okay, that's fair enough. Like, whatever. I could give a fuck.
I think that's so insane, but that's perspective.
It is insane, but like I said, that's your opinion. Go ahead and have it.
Yeah, you can have it. But like the idea of just like, oh, but then also Chris, like, and then like I was criticized because she was like, well, he didn't even say sorry. Like he didn't even, like, the bar is in hell and he couldn't even reach the bar. He didn't even say sorry. It's like, well, obviously that doesn't work. So like, and also I'm not like, I'm sorry, like I'm just not sorry. I have so many people in my DM, literally on stream, there were a couple people who like literally wrote in as I was talking about it, who told me and who continuously tell me, the last message DM I got about it was like a week ago, where like, thanks for helping, you helped me get out of the pipeline. So like from where I'm sitting at like what, like a net neutral like impact on this world.
My brain is so, I don't even like,
what?
What I don't understand is that on outside of Idubz, right? I know both of them. I think they're both pretty decent people. what Idubz made was not what you made. First and foremost, let's be very real, all right?
Right.
You didn't make a video saying the N-word dozens of times. Granted, I understood what he was talking about, but I think that is not the way to go about things.
Right.
Ian admitted that. He admitted that eventually.
Well, the thing...
and it's just like, him apologizing, him talking to these people, him acknowledging that he was wrong. First and foremost, I can name on 2 fingers some people have actually ever done that really in this entire internet field. Like about something like that really was like, I was wrong.
mean, fucking Cody Ko literally just fucking up and left. He just up and disappeared.
Who's I'm Alex?
I'm Alex vanished.
He still hasn't said fucking
but,
word.
But like no one really does that. So for Ian to be like, I was wrong, man. I made things that could have hurt people.
Yeah.
And I was standing too close to the problem, and I took a step back and I realized that was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk to people, all that stuff like that. That is how you go about things. You may want more from him, but he did his due diligence and apologized.
I want to right there. So in that video, did she say what she wanted?
She wanted him to. I think she said something like, he should make a playlist for Black creators," which I didn't understand. I don't know what that means.
Like a list of plays.
He's like elevate Black voices.
Yeah, I guess it was a weird.
His fucking job.
It was a weird phrase.
I think he could if he wanted to, but also he's not expected to do that.
But that's the whole.
He's not expected to do
and
that.
the other thing was like participated in like live streams to raise money for like, which I think is like actually fair. Like I think it's fine criticism, I guess. Especially considering like there's like a lot of lip service, and it's like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, do it. But I don't think he necessarily needs to.
I think he did exactly. I think this is so fucking crazy. This was one of my main contentions. This was one of my main problems with the quote unquote SJWs. It was
right.
I'm growing up in California, grew up with punks. I knew most of my friends were progressives, but they weren't ideologues. They weren't zealots about it. So there was the whole difference. There was you were just people who just believed in progressive politics because fucking obviously, duh.
Right.
And then there was these idiots that were always trying to,
it's the purity. It's the purity testing thing.
They were always it's not because these
and
people,
they don't understand how much they push people away. Like they're if you're watching this right now, which you probably are, you are so fucking fortunate that I have morals because. There's like you guys are like the least welcoming people on the planet, and I don't need that because I could give a fuck, right? But a lot of people are insecure. They need that like, oh, I need to find my community, myself. I'm not good enough myself. I need people around me to rally around me. Otherwise, I'm fucking weak and empty. Like that's a lot of people, and that's why people jump the shark. That's why people fucking pander. That's why people like turncoat. It's because like this community is going to accept me no matter what I do. And what's that community? It's that MAGA crowd, right? They're gonna be like, I don't care if you molested a dog. Fucking what the hell? You're so based. Like your opinions on Lolly are epic.
That's
and
literally
it's like,
Elon Musk.
And so
like
that's
actually why he's over there.
Right,
because
right.
of him like, oh, I allegedly assaulted somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump ship over to this
exactly.
side. That's literally what happened.
And it's like it's the sign of like mentally weak people, right? But also at the same time, how do you not acknowledge that that's true and like self-reflect on like, we're a bit cliquey, aren't we?
This is
like
not
we should give them fewer reasons to poach people for no good reason. Not to say that those people need to be like the people who are like mentally weak enough to be subjected to like, oh, the cult of adoration should be pandered to at all times, or like you have to walk on eggshells around them. But like, holy shit, dude!
Even for
Idubz
that,
apologized publicly, got flogged by his audience for years.
People
and
harassed his wife.
People harass people
now.
still to this day. People are stalking him and like harassing him. It's like, if that's not enough, like fine, but like the idea that your opinion is like tantamount is like insane, and just drudging up old stuff that, by the way, looks like Fisher Price shit compared to like the majority of the stuff that I see on Twitter every goddamn day. You're unhinged and you're not mentally well, and there's really nothing that I can do for you. If you are susceptible to propaganda to the point where you're going to be shifting from like, I'm extremely right wing, and then like 2 years later you're extremely left wing, I got bad news for you. You're just that part of the percentage of the population that was doomed from the start. Like, you cannot be helped. You are the follower, and that's fine. I guess, because we have to put up with that.
I don't think it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's fine either, but like, it is what the situation is. You know what I mean?
They are what they are. They are what they are.
They are what they are.
They are what they are, but
and by the way, the video ends, which is my favorite part, because like, there were critiques of some older videos that like, oh, I agree with that. It's not a contradiction of what I believe now or have believed for a while, but like, yeah, I agree with that criticism, I guess. It was kind of like watching somebody fight a ghost, where it was just like, all right, I guess. Yeah. And I agreed with some of the criticisms, but then it gets to this point where it's like, Franchesca comes in, and then it's like, he tried to deny that this music video was about her, and I'm like, I cannot believe they're still on this thing. They're still on this, like, that the Ain't No Rest for the Triggered video was exclusively about her, or like that it was about her at all, and they're still convinced by this. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just not true. It weakened the entire video by pointing that out, because it literally just makes you seem fucking insane. But if they want to believe that, like, whatever. Like, I really could give a fuck. These people have not been in my mind for years now and only appear when they themselves insert themselves. Like, the last time that I mentioned Franchesca Ramsey, I think was probably on this show because she talked about me.
Yeah.
And lied and said that, like, I paid IMDb to put her in my credits for my video, as if I give a fuck about IMDb. The guy who gets shit about, like, oh, I've seen 3 movies. Yeah, I have an IMDb account. What? Are you serious? Why the fuck would I want you in the credits for anything? Why do I care about IMDb credits? I didn't do that. That was an accusation. That video was about her was an accusation. Just completely false. The self-centered attitude about, like, oh, that could only be me because who else? This is literally an argument. Who else was black and had dreadlocks in 2017? What the fuck? My cousins, first off. But, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even...
I think these
it is deranged to a point where, like, even if I was sorry, and there are aspects that I feel bad about. Like, I don't like that people, like, used my videos to be shitty to people. Like, obviously that sucks. And I probably would authentically apologize if that was all that was being asked. But the idea that it's also prepackaged with these, like, assumptions that, like, he fucking he paid IMDb to, like, put my name in his credits so I would be forever attached to him, and he made so much money off of me. You were 3 videos, lady. Like, I don't know how to... Halo made me a lot more money. Yeah, so, like, I don't know what I simply can't care, and with all due respect, fuck off.
I think,
and that's my approach. If you don't like my approach, then, like, maybe you should pray for more Idubz's, because you're not getting it from me.
Well, see, but that is the problem right there. It's like thinking that Idubz, let's be real, he went above and beyond. Idubz actually went above and beyond, because at the end of the day, when you think about the stuff that he did, where he was making edgy jokes, They were jokes at the end of the day. You don't have to like them. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They were jokes at the end of the day. He wasn't purposefully trying to harm someone. He wasn't actually going after people with the purpose of destroying their lives. Right. Things that are actually going on when we mention content creators who are actually trying to harm marginalized groups.
Right.
Who are literally trying to do stuff like that. And so Idubz was making jokes.
The idea that intent doesn't matter is ridiculous. Especially now when there's so many people with intentionally bad actions.
Fucking point.
Yeah, finish.
Franchesca Ramsey, who was a Cat Black, and then a lot of other people, these zealots, all these people have like progressive ideals, but then there's these ones that try to take it too far. Like this person that made this video, very like nothing's good enough, moving goalpost. That's gonna continuously fucking happen with these people, and then you just don't pay attention to those people anymore. Yeah, their voices mostly died out, and then when you think about it, say you, me, there are people who are always progressive, and I don't know how your interactions have been a lot, but there's a lot of progressive content creators who would be considered breadtube. We're cool. We're fine. I talk to a lot of these people. They're chill. There's these like I don't talk to Franchesca Ramsey or anything.
Of course not.
But like those people, when they bursted onto the scene, and one thing that they didn't understand, there was a guy that was friends with Sargon that recently, who said something about, they won the culture war, this, that. They were talking about pronouns. It was around pronoun Starfield thing. This guy was freaking out saying things like, so it turns out you weren't actually against their politics. You cared about them being pieces of shit and like acting like assholes. And I'm like, yes. Yes,
of course.
So that guy was mad, thinking that we didn't like those people because they're on the left. And I'm like, that was never the fucking argument with a lot of us.
Yeah,
we were fine with what they were arguing. Is they were being so fucking hostile about it. They were being over the top about this.
The frustration, and I've been transparent about this from day one. I was so frustrated to see perspectives that I agreed with portrayed so irresponsibly and so stupidly and so categorically dumb.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and it just bothered the hell out of me. Like you couldn't what precludes you? Like, some of the best left-wing comedians ever were like the most offensive ones.
Yes.
And like the idea that would like preclude you, it's just like, I don't get that. Like, it's crazy.
I think
George Carlin, are you serious?
It all boils down to the idea of these people trying to whether there is genuine or disingenuous or not. I think that a conversation would have been better than directed, pinpointed content at people. I think either way.
Yeah, probably.
Either way, I think it would have been better.
Unfortunately,
I think obviously, hindsight's 2020.
Of course.
We're able to take a step back now and see like, oh, maybe a genuine conversation, but I think it became too much about personality and perspectives. Yeah. On probably either side, where it's like, Chris Reagan's kind of an asshole. I don't want to fucking deal with him. When better is someone does something that's stupid, especially at that time, where it was actually fairly much easier to interact as content creators. Mm-hmm. Because now everybody's in their camps. Like, everybody's already up in their fucking towers with their beliefs, right?
Yeah.
Because we unfortunately now have people who really, really, really suck now.
But that's what I mean.
They're bad. Like, even Andrew Tate sucks.
Of course.
Sneeko fucking sucks. Aiden Ross is a...
Dude, fucking...
These motherfuckers are idiots. These are actually dumb motherfuckers.
Dude, unequivocal, objectively racist idiots,
like
moron,
just unapologetic,
unapologetic,
like fresh and fit. These.
When I see a video in 2024 about 2016 me, and I watch the clips, and it just seems like. The worst it seems like is that like a loosely like out of touch liberal who is not terminally online, right? So it's like, all lives matter. What's the problem? That sounds like it makes sense. You know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? Or like, you hate cops just because they're cops. What do you mean? Like, surely there must be good cops, like holistically, right? Like, there's nothing. What exactly precludes
that? Disagreeing with these persons. That's what makes it even more stupid. Like, you're not disagreeing.
Well, you've known me for like the entire time.
I've known you,
so you know
years.
this.
So I know directly you're not a bigoted fucking insane person.
Not to
but also somebody,
only to you, but like
somebody only. I mean,
you're standing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You're standing. You're like, oh, I don't need to fucking claim this. Like, it's like saying you're fucking crazy. It's like, oh, that's wild. I'm racist. And to your come home 2 black friends you hang out with more than anyone else around.
Well, that, to be fair, that is the excuse. I was like, well, I have black friends. You know what I mean? Like, I get it from that angle.
I understand that, right? But you can say that all you want. But then there's people that are like, oh, I have a black friend. Yeah, but their closest friends are usually not that. You're like, oh, I have a black friend.
They're not
I know a black person.
They're not on their podcasts. They're not living with them.
It's not. Yeah,
it's not like.
And
it's very separate.
You don't actually use that as an excuse, which you just live it, and that's why somebody on the outside, like Kingston pointed out, saying like, that's real, opposed to you literally using it as a scapegoat because you have one guy that you met in high school or some shit.
Right.
I met Jalen, and I'm automatically not racist.
Like, how could I be racist? But like,
but it's those arguments where it's like,
most of my friends are black and Puerto Rican actually. Like, if you want to be weirdly focused on that, I guess.
Yeah, I just want people that are listening around to understand. And if some of these progressive ideological people happen to be perking their ears up and listening to this segment at all, I'm speaking for myself. I'm technically speaking for Chris because I've known him. There's a few other people who are making similar content to us that it was never about, just liberal policies or progressive politics are bad. It was always about motherfuckers censoring things, trying to move goalposts and act like what you're doing is not good enough, being hostile towards everybody, not trying to. As they always say, they always say this like, oh, you catch more flies with honey or some bullshit like that. Like the thing of like not renouncing some shit, like the fact that Idubz renounced his bullshit, right, and was like he disavows it. That not being good enough on its own is fucking insane because what you really want at the end of the day is say there's a racist person. What you want at the end of the day is for him to not be racist anymore.
Exactly.
They want them dead.
Well,
they want them dead.
Well, see, like, well, that's
it's
already
which,
problematic.
Which, by the way,
even that's problematic. Even that's hyperbolic.
Well,
at the same time.
You know what? It's specifically right wing. It's specifically like there's no room for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Execute them.
Get
rid of the prison. What do you mean? Like there's no way to. People can't improve. People can't change. What are you talking about? It's so ironic. That like I don't know, get fucked. All of you.
What needs to
we've
be
had
said
those problems
before this end. We need to say this thing, right? People out there that are these extreme leftist people, these are very left leaning people. We really, truly, honestly, we do agree with you on a lot of the policies you guys go for. We really do. We think those things are important, and we think those things do need to be spoken about. Oftentimes, people that were speaking about them, a lot of us can agree that they were not people to be speaking about those things. We should not have people that are not academics trying to push academics in a very pseudo pop sort of like click word
diluted way.
It's not healthy for our
BuzzFeed was not the place to be pushing politics. They just didn't know how to handle it. They were so irresponsible with it.
It wasn't helpful for our perspectives. I think that the things you guys stand for are things that are worth being stood for. But I think we have to, instead of picking at people that have maybe had some perspectives that were not the best, but they were genuinely pushing for the betterment of people, there are people that are bad. Like, there are really fucked up people out there. And for you to choose your time to focus on someone, though Chris is an idiot and he says dumb shit sometimes, he is not the person for any of us to be aiming our hatred at.
There's literally a sex trafficker on popular online.
So that's the question that I want to ask.
You're no friend of mine. Get fucked. I can agree with you night and day. I don't need you to like me. I don't need to like you. I could give a fuck because my political preferences begin and end at policy. I could give a fuck. If you don't like me, if you like me, cool. I'm sitting next to you and I'm going to laugh. I'm going to make you fucking uncomfortable as fuck when we win an election. And then I'll leave and I'll spit at you. Get fucked. Get away from me.
Exactly. Like we make jokes. We say fuck things.
I feel this is what I'm saying. It's like I can feel the Green Goblin coming out again. Where it's like I want.
And that's so unimportant. That's exactly the whole thing. Us making edgy jokes or whatever. Is so unimportant to the policies that we advocate, and that's true.
There's a disparity.
Dude, people get so angry with us on this show sometimes because when we focus on politics, because we're just so left wing. It is
bananas.
Well, let me say something. Like we are so left wing that it is somewhat obnoxious. I get it. If you're not like, I could see why that would be annoying.
Like a foreigner watching our podcast would be like, bro, stop talking about Americanness.
Right. But. Like, that's what's so funny is that like the video it's like here's one video or two videos from 2016 and a video from 2020 where he refuses to apologize, which is like I still do, but then it's like here's 5 years of hours and hours and hours of content, not just on here but on Sacred Symbols, where I also am like the main progressive voice on that show whenever politics comes up,
right?
And it's like none of that counts because you don't care to look into it. You don't care to know. And that's fine. You don't have to know everything about everybody, but if you don't know everything about what you're talking about, shut the fuck up. That's a lesson I learned that you could probably learn from.
Yeah.
It's
so in conclusion, get fucked.
Like, if you want to make a video on Chris Reagan on, say, maybe once you've done the research. And that's one thing. Look, I want to say something. I want to shout out somebody who at least like made a video, an old video and I was a part of it. It was that oh my God, I always forget what that app was. It was like the first sponsorship.
Candid?
Thank you. It was like one of the first sponsorships we ever got. And then it just turned out to be kind of shitty. But it wasn't, people try to blow it out of proportion. Mm-hmm. It literally is nothing. When you think about, it didn't do exactly what it said it was going to do. The greedy company. And then they were trying to shit on creators for accepting. It's like, how the fuck was I supposed to know what these people were going to do or what they were trying to sell? Yeah. So it was just like, they tried to make it a big deal. In hindsight, it was fucking nothing. However, so a creator, Turkey Tom, wanted to make a video about it. And instead of just guessing he fucking reached out to everybody that was involved.
Oh, he reached out to you?
Yeah. He DM'd me and he was like, hey man, like from your perspective, like give me like what's up and I want to know like what's going on. I was like, sure. Of course I'll talk to you because you're trying to actually do fucking the most basic journalism possible.
Yeah.
Talking to the person before including them in a video. And so that's how he operates. And I've met people that operate that way. And then you have this fucking lunatic that made a video about you, didn't ask any questions, made assumptions. It was like, I once saw a video on me calling me a fucking grifter. I didn't see the video. I saw the somebody sent me the thumbnail. They're like, check this out. And I was like, well, to be honest, I don't even want to watch it because I'm so far from being I would be the worst grifter on the planet because I make no money from my YouTube channel. I was just like, how am I a grifter?
That's what bothered me too, by the way, in the video. They talk about how they stopped making anti-SJW videos when it became not profitable. And it's like, motherfucker.
Are you stupid?
Isn't that insane?
Are you so fucking stupid? The fucking Quartering is a millionaire. He makes millions of dollars.
The manosphere
all of those motherfuckers
the manosphere is so
join
lucrative.
fucking Tenet Media,
but here's the
fucking Daily Wire. You're gonna tell me that it's not fucking profitable?
They don't understand. Like, this is why it's so difficult for me to take a lot of this criticism.
But it's like, how do they not understand? Do they not know the Quartering exists?
No, I guess not.
They make so much more money than we've ever made, in months. So I'm just like, how could you fucking accuse us of getting off the train when it was the most lucrative?
Look, miss.
Crazy. It's fucking insane.
I know. And it's stupid.
Andy Pants Gaming. That piece of shit went from making gay regular content and then saying, "Oh, video games are all gay." Dude, he made a
Why are video games gay and woke? That is a title. That's a real
title.
He had a recent one where the thumbnail is really funny, to be fair. It's like fat Master Chief in a wheelchair, and it says Master Chief is black, disabled, and gay. And it's like, it is funny.
Can I be honest? Hold on 1 second. I think I just saw a clip of one of his videos because somebody shared it on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
I'm all the way back to thinking he is satirical.
I think I might believe that too.
I think he made a motivational, like, being a man video with like motivational, like, soldiers in the background and like inspirational music, giving advice to be masculine. He's like, listen, you're not gay, you're not trans, you're not pansexual, you're not. And I was like, oh no.
This must be.
This isn't real.
It's too good.
It's not real
it's
anymore.
Too good.
What happens is this, right? What happens is all in all, right? I think the need for conversation has been going on for a long time. We're not the villains, man. I'm so sorry to say.
I'll be your villain.
Chris, ignore Chris. Ignore Chris right now.
I'm itchy. You don't understand.
No. Chris is in a mode right
Inside
now.
me, there are two wolves. Both of them are hostile.
One's gay and one is really gay.
One's gay, and the other is gay.
The third wolf spectating them is gay as well.
The third wolf is looking from across the room, jerking off.
And we're not the enemies, you know. Like look, you're a black woman, right? You're like just like me, and you're also Hispanic, just like me too. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, we're bored.
Is she?
We're dope. She's black and Mexican.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, Mexican.
I assumed this was like a.
She's not Caribbean, but she's Hispanic technically.
Okay, that's enough distance.
I think
that's crazy. You said that out loud.
I might know who this is.
You probably do.
I think I might know who this is now. Now that you're, because I didn't know she was black. I probably know who this is because I've seen this one black creator make those same arguments about Idubz and about elevating black voices and doing this and such.
Maybe
when I was
but okay, look,
and I think in an FD Signifier video actually.
I think it might have. Oh my god,
it might be the same person. It might be the same person.
Listen, miss. Right. At the end of the day, Chris is even willing to acknowledge his wrongs and falseness in the video. You can watch the stream. We're in our comedy pocket right now, and we're making jokes. But he was able to acknowledge his wrongs. If you ever wanted to directly talk to him, I'm sure he would just talk to you, and you'd be able to get a very constructive and concise view on him because we grow and we change.
I don't think they care.
8 fucking years. It's because if she cares, she would have reached out.
She would have, yeah.
Well, yes.
Oh, Chris said something 8 years ago. I wonder if he still believes that. I'll DM him.
Normally, look, let's just say that didn't cross her mind. She wasn't at that perspective. I think it's a little wild that didn't cross her mind, but right? There's chronicles of him being a person that is at least half decent, you know.
Half decent.
It's so heavily chronicled, you know. Like me, I put myself an A number one person, right? I say shit that will make I could say shit that make a Klansman be like, "Yo, chill."
Look, at stupid jokes is not is not a litmus test for if you have good character.
I know, but what happens is that a lot of people that have our sense of humor, unfortunately, they fall into certain groups. Let's be real.
Man, here's the thing.
We're not them.
I think there might be. Hold on. I think there might be crossover. But here's the thing.
Yeah, for real.
A lot of shows and stuff that we watch or consumed over the years, and comedians that we consumed.
Yeah,
let's just say George Carlin, for example. He was name dropped already. There are so many normies that like this guy
that
they don't know anything about Nick Fuentes or what was that, Richard Spence. They don't know anything about that shit.
Oh yeah, there's an onlineness that comes from being so close.
They're mad that even though like so many people have dark and stupid and immature and childish sense of humors, and they're acting like it's just these people. It's just and I'm like, that's not even a thing. Again, this is what happens when you're just terminally online. You forget that real regular fucking people will go to comedy clubs and hear people say the dumbest fucking bullshit and then just go back to their lives.
You know, we'll laugh at things. We'll
not thinking about anything about like, oh, I don't like black people or gay people. They're not having those thoughts.
I say a lot of fuck shit all the time, right? I say a lot of fuck shit all the time. I do a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah, why?
My sense of humor is
why?
Why? Why? Because I think it's funny.
Exactly.
You
don't need to go any further than that.
You know, like obviously people
you don't need to go any further than that.
Actions speak louder than words. You know, like I stand by my gay friends. Whenever something really fucked up happens, I vocalize how much I think it's stupid. You know, I understand.
Do you not think it's a problem how much you're explaining?
No, I think it's a problem. I'm just explaining, but this is what this person wants. So I'm at least trying to.
That's not what they want.
No.
They don't want that.
What happened is they can never say I didn't at least try to come forward and talk to them about this. Okay. I try to be a person where, though I may say fuck things, I try to stand on these certain morals that I have, you know?
Yeah, and look, it annoys me that you even have to say that.
I feel like I shouldn't always have to say it, but this is it takes, at a certain point, it'll be a disconnect until one person attempts to connect. At that moment afterwards, it's no longer up to you. You only done so much.
Right. The thing that bothers
that's
me.
That's where it is. It's like you could be mad at me not saying or saying whatever I want, right? If me coming to you at a point where, like, if I mess up something, right, and I say I'm sorry. If you want a sorry, right? I don't know what that. I really hope that's not me.
Well, this is like, well, here's kind of like,
I'll be so offended.
As you're a little old feller.
Old Kingston.
Little old feller.
Your hair's gone.
The nose isn't pointy enough.
But I actually wanted, this actually kind of plays into a part of it. Like, one of the big things that she said, like, I'm sure I don't know if you were at that point in the stream because you were in the chat a little bit, was like the insistence that this cartoon character in this animated video, which by the way I didn't draw and had no input. I literally just gave the lyrics to an artist. Was supposed to be Franchesca Ramsey, right? Insistence, because no other black woman in 2017 had dreadlocks apparently. She reached out to the artist because she was like, something doesn't add up. Like, you mean to tell me you invented that design from nothing? Like, you didn't have a reference for this character? It just happens to look stereotypically. It just happens to look like Franchesca Ramsey. Are you kidding? It doesn't really. But her inability to understand that you can just make up a fucking design for a person as you're drawing without a reference is insane, especially because the parts of this video where she's not showing clips is her drawing. So she's an artist who can't conceptualize that people can make things up.
Oh, without a reference?
Yeah.
Is that what she's saying?
Like, yeah, she said. What's
so
funny,
she's a tracer.
Well, one of the things is like she said literally like as an art major, which I'm like, oh my god.
Well,
so I'm not trying to be uncharitable. I'm as uncharitable as you are to me, quite frankly, right? I am open to communicating, and in that stream I think I did a pretty good job of like explaining like why I'm snarky and I'm a little standoffish for sure, but like there are things that I agree with, but then like when you just throw these lies in where it's just like this is definitely based on this and this is the proof that I have, it's just like it's not proof at all. I just don't understand why would I lie about it? If that was Franchesca Ramsey in the video, I would say it because I've made videos about it.
Say
and
that,
it wouldn't change anything.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to bring that up
now between your hating then and before because they still hate you.
No,
I know.
If she's watching this video, if she watched this segment at all, if somebody brings this to her attention,
no shot.
I would like. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to know what would happen if Chris said it was her. I want to know that. What would that change? What you think of him?
Well, right.
No, because like it's a weird. It's such a weird thing. They're convinced
that I'm trying to lie about it by saying it's not her. But it's like there's no reason.
And it's like, and think about it. It's like, oh, if he's lying, is there some type of gotcha? What does it do? That's like. Move past it. It does nothing. Even if he was lying about it, it doesn't do anything.
How about instead of all of that, just talk to us? How about you reach out. And instead of that, you have a seat with us.
Look it, man.
Or just a simple conversation. Just hash it out.
So first of all, again, why I brought up Turkey Tom, I said like this. I think this would have happened. Number two, this is not. Remember when Lacey Green tried to talk to anti-SJWs, and a lot of those progressive ideologues were just shitting on her. They were upset at her, and those are the same people. This person obviously is one of those people that would be upset at Lacey Green for trying to extend an olive branch. That's not everybody.
I guess she was defending. I mean, she was defending Kat Black, who like went on an unhinged rant for hours and hours and hours for several days on end about how like it was just like not right of her to date me and all this stuff.
Oh,
it's
that
like,
stream.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's Kat Black. That's Kat Black.
What Kat Black is?
Yeah, and that's why I personally like. Look, I don't know anything about Kat Black's like professional life. Maybe she's talented. Maybe she does good stuff. I really don't care. My gripe with her is personal. It's actually the only personal gripe that I have with anybody on this platform. Because for no fucking good reason, you like went after my girlfriend at the time and sent a shit ton of harassment her way for literally not even an opinion, not even like a bad take, literally just literally a personal decision. And no, I'm not interested in pretending like that's like a worthy fucking characteristic. Fuck Kat Black to the end of the earth.
Dude, she fucking drew me with a Nazi armband on, with a swastika. She drew me in one of her fucking videos.
Was it fire?
Exactly.
No.
Drip.
If the drawing looked like me, no, you know what it was? It was a fucking caricature of a black person. And it would have been, if it looked like me, I would have been like, yo, this is fire.
I mean, you are a black person. I don't know if anyone.
It was a caricature of like just some random nigga with an armband on, but it was supposed to be like
I think you did this to yourself.
She called me
because of the some black guy shit. You've often been used as random niggas. I don't know why so many. Like it's more than anyone I ever met. Is
that shit was funny.
It's so funny. The idea that people would type in Google some black guy and not just black guy. Is so
That's
funny.
what's so confusing to me. That's what's so confusing. I'm like, who would type that in?
When you asked me for the clip for the audio, because I didn't give you the audio clips, I didn't believe what was going on. I was like, why did everybody think Derek died? Like what? And then I saw that on the internet one time, and I was like, Lily, is that Derek? She was like, did he die? I was like, we saw him a week ago. I don't think he died. I was like scared. I was like, did Derek actually did he ask me for his last wish and I just ignored the nigga? Like, am I that kind of guy?
Can you imagine?
Just ignore it. Just like,
anyway,
hey man, I'm going through a lot right now. Would you mind just sending me a quick thank you? Suck
Epic
my
stuff.
dick, die faster.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Some of these people are assholes. That's really the biggest takeaway. Some of these people are assholes.
I wish you the best, miss. I hope you can understand that people change. And though sometimes people are allowed to change their opinions, but look, at the end of the day, we don't owe you. People don't owe you this grandstanding gallivantingness of like changing platforms. I think Ian did a very good job. He could do more for real because he needs to do more. At the same time, I don't exactly think he does need to do much
fucking
more.
hard
You know
disagree.
what? Yeah,
I think he did more than enough.
No. I said if he wants to. If he would like to do more, he can do more.
I just don't understand what is even mentioning that as anything.
Well,
because what it sounds like to me is you're pandering to her.
I'm not pandering.
If he wants to do more, what do you mean? What that is? He doesn't need to do anything.
I'm
so
saying
hard.
that.
It's fine.
Stop.
I'm saying he could.
Hard stop.
If he could, he wanted to, but at the same time, it's up to him. You don't deserve him to do more.
Hard stop.
It's fine.
It doesn't need to be
I
stated.
wish you the best. Also, fuck off. You know, with respect.
Please aim this heat at people that are trying to marry underage children, that are selling women.
I'm sure she does,
that are.
I don't think she does.
Oh no,
I feel I
don't know anything about her. I can't say.
We'll jump on your team for those niggas. If you want to attack those motherfuckers, please. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say the N-word a lot. Okay, I'm gonna say the hard R because I think it's funny.
Nigga, why you pandering, bro?
I'm not pandering. I'm just being real. Like
He's trying to reach her, but I'm of the opinion that there's nothing to reach.
If she was reachable, she would have done the due diligence.
But I respect the optimism.
Dude, I saw
across the aisle.
Let me tell you, let me give you an example. Destiny, right? The streamer, he and I have had some encounters where he was just really hostile and being like really fucking.
Oh yeah, same.
Rah. But I've heard in recent years, at least recently, he kind of calmed down a little bit. And also, somebody told me, I don't know if this is true, but that he would be willing to talk to me, but I didn't want to talk to him about the specific. It was the Israel-Palestine thing. I was not interested in, because in my opinion in my opinion he was villain maxing, and I didn't think there was any reason, because I can say this with 100% certainty. 100%. I don't say this about anything because I'm not arrogant or fucking think I know everything, but I know I'm right on that subject. Because of the history of just what happened. So him arguing against it, I was like, there's nothing healthy. I've heard his arguments too, where it was just basically war sucks, too bad kind of a thing. It was more of like, this happens in war. This isn't a genocide. This is war. I've heard his arguments, and I was like,
I don't know anything.
Well, there was no.
They can't. They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Well, right, but to me, there was nothing that I could say to him that would. I just thought he was villain maxing because I know he's not stupid, because I heard his argument against ethnic, say ethno states when the white supremacists were arguing, he was saying, hey, there is no way to do this in a peaceful way. You have to, if you want to remove people from the United States and create an ethno state, it will always be violent, because the marginalized groups or the brown people will not just leave. So it's going to have to be violent, like what happened with Palestine, right?
Yeah.
And so he made those arguments, and all of a sudden now he's not making those arguments. So when someone told me that he'd be willing to talk about it, I was, yeah, possibly. And so I was like, no, not about that. I don't have an interest in talking about that specifically, because it's just the conversation, it can't go anywhere. If it's about other things, if he wants to discuss other things, and I'm not even against him. Actually, I've listened to him quite a lot recently because I was interested on his takes.
He has some good points sometimes.
He has mostly good points.
Yeah, I agree.
The thing is, it was a lot of his hostility, like, again, with a lot of these progressive ideologues, their hostility was so fucking toxic. They didn't understand how they're driving people away. So I'm like, bro, nobody wants to fucking deal with you if you're that demanding.
It's the Green Goblin, man. Sometimes it's loud, man.
It's like
look, I'm hamming it up. I like to have conversations like that are like level-headed and stuff, but like at the same time, like this is frustrating because it's 2016. Like holy fuck. I don't even think my parents care about what I was doing.
If somebody came at me
10 years ago,
do you remember I a long time ago, I might have mentioned this on the podcast before, where I thought gender and sex were the same thing years ago. I thought it was a synonym. I thought it was literally.
I respect that so much about this because you were very openly admitting to your, and I think that's a thing that's just crazy.
Because guess what?
Normal.
That's
life.
That is a normal person. In 2005, that was like the commonplace understanding,
because people didn't have to. There wasn't a conflict between those things at the time.
But like it was just like you just synonym. Okay, I realized it's not a synonym. As soon as I learned that, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, so you could think 2016 me, if you were trying to make a hit piece on me or whatever, in the time where I still thought it was a synonym. Right, because you'd be like, "Oh, there's only two genders," because you thought there was only two sexes.
You thought
it was. You literally, I literally thought it was the same thing.
They were used synonymously because you're a part of the world. That's what happened.
Long story short, once I became less ignorant, I understood that. So trying to focus on me back then versus now, where I have more education, is so fucking stupid, and that's the point of what Chris has been trying to say.
It's like fighting a ghost. It's like all right, like I hope you can talk to him. Like I hope you can talk to 2016 Chris. I hope you'll have a nice conversation.
AI will figure it out.
But that's what. Yeah, you know what? We'll program an AI with all of my 2016 opinions, which are like really only slightly further left than they are or slightly further center than they are today.
Right.
Really very little difference.
Right.
I'm just like more aware of how phrases work. But have fun debating that non-existent person.
I was tripping.
I am just as
2017, 18 me was tripping. I wouldn't want to talk to me. I was rabid. I was a rabid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should get to questions.
Yeah,
like I was straight up. I was going to ignore this because I already did the stream.
You need content, my nigga. I'm sorry,
but
I think this was brilliant.
I think you coaxed it out of me. And there is a green goblin.
Yeah, I felt
unfortunately
the passion. I was like, all right, let me do this point, and you were just fucking just going. I was like, I was trying to step back and let this dude go.
I was trying initially to like just leave it like at like face value stuff and not really get that into it. But it's like the more I thought about it, the more it fucking annoyed me.
I think 3 times you like cut me off, and I was just like, I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go. He's fucking passionate about it. He's going.
Because it's just so it's one thing when you like know you're right. You know what I mean? Like it's frustrating to know there's so few things that I know I'm right on.
Yeah.
Because so many things are open to the nebulous kind of like I don't know everything that goes on in fucking militaries across the world. I don't know everything that goes on in other people's minds and heart and like whatever other people's intentions is. But I know mine. Like damn well. And so when I see people like, oh, he paid IMDb and he fucking based his cartoon off of her that he didn't draw. It's like, what
cool
the
conspiracy
fuck? It just feels like the same kind of conspiracy theories that I see like in a lot of right-wing circles, to be quite honest with you. And that's why I think there's like a horseshoe theory thing going on, not necessarily in policy or opinion, but in the way that people behave and the way that people act and the way that people convey and interpret information. I think it's kind of the same. The further extreme you get to the other side.
Yeah.
It's just like
we
boomerang.
We mentioned it before. We mentioned that fucking alternative influence network thing.
Yeah.
To me, that's the perfect example. That shit being spread around by those people, I was like, oh, this is just as nuts as anything on the right wing would do. Where they just took it at face value and ran with it. Didn't check it, didn't fact check it, didn't care to fact check it. They didn't like these people, so they're willing to believe that it's fucking real.
Yeah, literally, the idea that like this character could only be Franchesca Ramsey because it's a black woman with dreads is like it's like the hurricanes being invented, or like, oh, Kamala's crowds are AI. It's like it's so you already made a point in your video before this when you were like talking about the things that I was saying. Why go into nebulous things that are just
things
not
that you can't even fucking prove?
You can't prove, and I know are false. So like I'm immediately going to be like, oh well, this now taints the rest of the video to me. I no longer think you're coming at me in good faith if you're just making these like obviously because the main argument the main argument is that like, oh well, she's in the thumbnail in the video. It's like the Young Turks are in the thumbnail. They're not in the video either. How do you explain that? Like there's so many obvious. There's also like a really distinct signifier with that character where there's like 3 earring loops, which like again I didn't design the character, but like that's more of a distinguishing feature than dreads. Does Franchesca have 3 earring loops?
Right.
Because if that's the case, then like I could actually see that. You know what I mean? But like the idea that it's a black woman with dreads in 2017, they're like, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's not like a unique thing.
This is so fucking.
It's dumb. It's stupid. I hate that I'm even talking about it. I don't like talking about it. The fact that and by the way, I've never brought it up. I'm always responding.
Yes.
Always.
Of course.
So get fucked.
Of course.
Let's get on other questions.
I know I'm the hero of the story.
No, it's a little cathartic, brother.
I don't mind being,
it's a little cathartic.
It is cathartic.
Yeah.
It is cathartic. I miss telling people to fuck off. All right. Let's get on to some questions.
Vulgar to people. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Do it.
I keep feeling it. I have tweets. I have tweets that like I type them out and I put them in my drafts because like I know they'll. Especially now in like an Elon Twitter, like they probably do have the highest chance to get me banned. But like, Melanie Mac. Did you see the Melanie Mac thing where she was tweeting about Master Chief? They were transvestigating the Master Chief.
I'm sorry, what did you say to me?
So
wait, huh?
Wait,
I did see that. What the fuck was that?
Yeah. I can't tell if Melanie Mac is like just being stupid for like just to dupe people, or if she's genuinely stupid.
I think she's genuinely that stupid.
What do you mean?
So there was some Halo news recently where the 343 basically died, and like they started a new studio called Halo Studio with a bunch of. It's a lot of the team that fixed the Master Chief Collection. So it's actually a good group of people, but like there was a whole rebrand, and like they did like a pitch thing where it's like, hey, we're switching to Unreal Engine, and this is like what things look like now. This is kind of the projects that we're doing. We've got a bunch of spin-offs in the works and like all this stuff. It's like early stuff. We're not gonna see any of this till like years later, but they showed like Unreal Engine renders of like Halo CE like Master Chief doing some stuff. And Melanie Mac had this post where it was like they gave him a woman's body, which they did not. I don't know if you've ever seen a woman, but Definitely
the
doesn't
post
look like.
is so fucking stupid.
It's a really
I couldn't believe it.
It's so stupid that like it actually had me thinking like maybe Melanie Mac is just pretending. And by the way, this is the thing I hate most about this era is that like it used to be you could just tell people were stupid.
Yeah.
But now it's just like there's this air of like doubt about like is it real? Like are these people real or do they just understand the profitability of outrage?
I can tell, like, say, Libs of TikTok is that. Chaya, she's stupid, but she also is posting stuff that is demonstrably false, and she knows it.
Yeah.
Because, so she's an opportunist. But this Melanie Mac, like, say, stuff like that, the bar, there is no more bar for entry anymore. It's just open. So
Yeah.
even the dumbest fucking people. Why do you think Dave Rubin's so fucking rich now?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's that
of course.
there is no bar. It's just you can be the stupidest
The bar
person
is
on the
in
planet.
hell. It's
That's
think
why
the American experiment failed, man. I think like for real, I don't think we'll ever recover anymore.
yeah, I don't think so.
I worried about. I genuinely have been thinking more and more. And I've said. I don't know if I said this outside the podcast or on the podcast. If it wasn't for the podcast, I think I would already be because I can actually live in anywhere in the EU
Oh.
because of JoJo. And I was like,
Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
don't want to go there either, though. I just
dude, Europe is a trillion times better.
no, I know, but I just don't want to go to Europe ever.
Well, that's
I just don't like not saying like, oh, it's worse.
You don't want
I
to eat
just
your mashed
don't.
potatoes and peas
I don't wanna,
in the morning.
I don't want to know.
I don't know
I don't
about
want to
that.
know that I may have a child and then it may be half one of those people.
You want to eat,
like
but
it's child will be like, I have a grandchild that's half one of them, maybe.
you don't want to eat beans on toast
I don't
every
want European
morning.
you're talking about the entire continent.
I don't want European blood being added back into my bloodline ever again. Ever. I don't ever want that.
You
Ever.
don't
Why
want
would
to-
that happen? Are you saying you're gonna knock up somebody?
Well, no, my kid might knock up somebody. And they'll be like, grandfather. And I'll be like, don't touch me.
Grandfather, Grandpapa Kingston,
Grandpapa Kingston, I love you so. And I'll be
may
like,
I
"You're-"
have some porridge?
And I'll be like, fucking die. I'll eat you.
We're not beating.
I
the,
need no
Kronos.
Grandpapa.
I'll Chronos.
He's here.
we're not beating
Boy,
the.
grandpapa's here. He's black.
He's black and crazy.
And crazy.
He comes in he skitters on the walls and he comes in the house. He's such a great little fellow he is.
You know what I like about you? You know what I like about you? You're gonna tell your grandkid to like, or your kid. You're gonna tell your kid to not mingle
gonna
with
do it.
Europeans. Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
love
do
that.
it.
I
Yeah,
absolutely.
they're gonna do it
I love that for you.
It's gonna happen immediately, I know.
No, I love
I'm
that.
gonna have to be really
I
accepting
love
of
it's like,
Europeans.
oh,
That's why
but then
I've
it's
been
gonna like them
Hey,
still.
son, I'm racist.
I want to be like, don't do that. Don't fraternize with them. And they'll be like, okay, Paul, I'm gonna. And I'll be like, fraternize with them. Okay,
Yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna. And then I don't know how to stop it.
The universe has a way
I'm
of
just gonna grow a dashiki right now.
the universe the universe has a way of like playing like
What's your daily mathematics? What is your
the universe has a way of playing like little practical jokes on people. So like you will undoubtedly end up with a kid who is everything that you don't want.
Yeah.
Which is why I've been saying constantly like I don't want a gay son. I don't want a gay daughter. I don't want a gay son. I don't want a gay daughter. So that maybe I'll get one. And I'll be able to rest easily.
That'd be cool. I want a gay daughter for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to have a gay kid.
I just want
You
my
know?
kid to not be short
I need
like
to-
Lily. That's all I want. That's the only thing. They can be whatever the fuck else they want. It's not short like Lillian.
Well-
especially Gilip's son. I don't want a shorts. I don't want to. No disrespect to my Hispanic relatives.
This guy's got.
It's crazy to say to us.
This guy is such a bigot in every
I'm
conceivable
not a
way.
bigot. I
Yeah.
just don't want
In
short
every
kids.
way.
I don't want short kids.
No Europeans, so a large
No
chunk
Europeans,
of the
no short,
population.
no whites, no whites, no shorts, no whites, no shorts.
No whites.
This guy's a
Especially
fucking
no whites.
Genesis. He's like fucking like, bro, no, only tall, dark people.
No, they could be Hispanic people. They can. I don't even really give a fuck. What
If
they
they're
are on
Hispanic, there's a large chance they're gonna be tiny.
I know.
So then no Hispanic people.
I escaped the bullet simply because of the fact that my mom's dad is really tall. So then my mom was really tall. My grandma is really short, but she's a hybrid. So
Yeah.
that's why she's really short. And then my dad is fucking a wall. But he
Yeah.
escaped the bullet too because his mom is Cuban. And she's also like, I kid you not,
she's a
she's
tank?
like 5. She's like,
Oh, she's tiny.
She's like 4'8". She's like my grandma and my dad, my actual blood grandma, because I don't know her. My dad's mom when walked out on them. Crazy that happened as being a woman. Whoa, 1 in a million. Fucking pussy. but
That's the glass ceiling. being
yeah,
shattered.
every now and then somebody wants to be a trendsetter, you know?
Let's
So-
go.
So like she's really, really, really short, you know. So I'm like, oh my god, it's in my blood. It
Yeah,
is in my blood.
Almost could have been short. That
I could have been. Imagine as fucking fat as I am, but tiny.
I would
fucking, like,
love
my arms
that.
on my tummy like this.
I'd love for you to be this wide.
But I just don't want it from Lily because Lily's Mexican and Look, man, Hispanic people are not tall. They're not tall. I'm
It's
sorry.
definitely you notice.
You got to be a Caucasoid Hispanic to be
It's
tall.
noticeable when you see a tall Mexican. It's very noticeable. You're like, whoa.
When I went to
Like,
Mexico,
It's like it's like seeing a round Lego.
whoa, they make them in circles. They make them in spheres.
You just
You're
scream
digging
and run.
through your Legos and you grab one that's round. And
Your hands burn.
Oh my god. What is it made out of?
It's like trying to touch. It's like trying to touch the Holy Grail with being a sinner. You know,
That's exactly
Is that a
what
thing?
it
Sinners
is.
can't touch the Holy Grail.
I don't fucking know. That whole thing is bullshit. I don't fucking know, man.
It is, yeah.
They thought some guy got buried and it became luminous because he was the son of God when his soul. Like, suck my dick, bro.
It's kind of
All
cool.
that.
The lore is kind of sick.
It's a
Nothing about
funny.
that
It's funny.
That shit is not cool at all.
It's kind of
bro.
cool lore.
That shit is not cool.
It led to cool art. I'll tell you that much.
It led to cool
some
art.
cool art.
It led to cool art, and it led to really cool genocides.
The reason
Really
I'm a big
genocides.
fan of Christianity is Castlevania. Literally, that's it.
I love the
Like
idea.
this is dope as shit.
I love the idea
Castlevania.
of paladins. I love the idea of someone being so boner high on God influence that they can get powers from it.
It's not pronounced. It's Aladdin. You're
like
thinking of Aladdin.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sikh them Allah.
we should move on to questions because we're about almost 2 hours in.
I'm supposed to go somewhere at 5. I guess I'm not. Let's just chill. Where
Where are you supposed to go?
I'm supposed to go to.
No, we can still do it. We
Go
can
get
still-
dinner, but it's fine.
Oh,
Whatever.
go get dinner
Jesus
where?
Christ.
Oh, my fucking associates.
All right. Well,
It's go.
You're not going.
I don't know what that is.
It's my mistress. It's my mistress. All right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest.
Scooped James wrote. He says, "Hello, N-word sayers and Sween."
What?
Yeah, that's right.
That's opposite day.
That's a day.
That's opposite day as a while. Anyway, he says, "I've recently been getting back into exercising. Recently, two recentlies. You recently used recently.
I
so-
recently.
Yeah, I recently got back into exercising, and I totally agree with Derek when he said how playing certain music while exercising really helps. What are some of your most played songs during workouts? It's Tiny Tim. It's all Tiny Tim.
It's so by the window because I'm skulking out women.
Living in the sun. I have a 10-hour long. I have a 10-hour long MP3 of Jay-Z screaming for his life that I play.
Wait, where does that come from again?
That was something.
I think we just invented it sometime. I made it up for some reason. I don't remember why.
I've seen a video of it in my mind, but I don't think I could have because that's not real.
Oh, we were riffing and we were like improvising like ways to go to sleep, and it's like I like to go to sleep to the sound of Jay-Z screaming in agony and fear. But it's like the idea is like you would.
How'd you get him?
How'd you get it? Like, is it AI? Did you terrorize him for 10 straight hours and record it? Did you terrorize him for like moments at a time and then compile it all?
You terrorized for that long that you got away with it. Like you terrorized for that long and you got away.
Imagine terrorizing
You told
somebody
them
so
not-
much that they're screaming for 10 hours. Like I feel like even if you were terrified, you wouldn't scream for much longer than
voice
like
would
maybe like
give
10,
out
10
pretty.
minutes,
You
maybe.
can't even skim 10 minutes.
No, but like I mean like even just like interrupted. Like even just like
Eventually, it would turn off.
You know,
would say
eventually
you
I
go
feel
in
like
the
you
shot.
run out. I feel like your adrenaline just runs out.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
I think after like say maximum, like any human on this planet, probably like 2 hours. 2 hours, your voice is 100%.
Unless you're like Sean Schemmel or like one of the Dragon Ball
I've
people.
seen animals
Yeah.
panic to the point they calm down before.
Yeah. I saw a Chihuahua become still, and that was wild.
I saw a little monkey get
No
really scared
way.
when like a predator was coming, and then they calmed down and started smiling. And I was like, "Oh, he's done. He's done. He gave up.
He just gave
up."
Watching an animal give up is one of the craziest things. Like I feel like I'm sure I'm just noticing it more because I'm just alive more, and I'm just seeing things. Like I'm sure it's not like literally like the world is so bad that even animals are giving up now. But I think I saw a video of like a not a chicken. It was like it was a monkey in like a crocodile exhibit, and he was just surrounded. And he was like he was looking around like this, and then he was like. And he lied back. He just lied back. He just like he gave up.
it's time.
It's time.
I felt like that once when I was maxing out on a bench, and my spotter wasn't looking. He was just like fucking, I don't know, looking the other way, and I didn't clear the rack.
Oh, you didn't clink,
So I didn't clear the rack, and then it was like about to come down on my head, and my thought was like, oh. There was no horror. It was just like, well, that's it.
It's the void. Okay.
But then like he caught it at the last second. He's like, oh shit. And I was like, oh, weird how I was not terrified even remotely.
Yeah, I do think like in moments where you just are confident you're going to die, you don't really have that much fear. Really.
Yeah.
You don't have time to. You're like,
unless it's something that like
you start reminiscing. You're like, oh well.
I didn't even get that. I was just like, it was just like, welp. It was a complete acceptance.
Well,
it was just,
that was me on the plane when the oxygen masks came down. It was just a complete accident.
Man, the amount of anxiety I would have seeing that.
Right, but like I think I just had so much anxiety.
Tell me shit like this because you guys don't understand how bad I get on planes.
Yeah,
like I get so bad I want to get up and start screaming and attacking people, but then I know I'll get shot.
How much do you estimate
like
that you
3 Xanny bars, man?
Yeah,
I can't. Xanax I have inverse effects of Xanax. It makes me so hype.
How much do you estimate that you've flown
in my life? Like hour, like in a percentage or
I guess just like flights.
Flights, I've maybe flown like maybe 20 times.
That's a lot.
20,
Yeah, I've flown.
It's kind of a lot, actually.
The amount of times I've flown is like boosted tremendously since I moved here, obviously. But like it's crazy. It's probably like I think I've flown like probably like maybe 30 something times.
You might have flown more than me.
Because I've gone to Florida. But I've traveled a lot. I don't know if exactly because I've flown to London and back. I've flown to the Caribbean and back before.
You never been there.
Where?
Caribbean?
Yeah, a few times.
No, I've never seen you there.
Oh, because you're always there. I'm always there. I've never seen you. I'm always in Jamaica. I've never seen you once.
I'm not even.
I'm literally in Jamaica right now, and I don't see you.
This is a hologram, sir.
That is fucking.
And you're just standing over Jamaica, fucking observing everything. Observing everything going on.
I'm watching every plane come in.
He's standing on the sky.
No.
It's like Freddy Krueger. It's like Freddy Krueger, that scene where he's like puppeteering the lady. Oh my god.
Not Kingston.
Okay, anyway, like so workout music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mamba 5.
What do you
5,
it is actually like, to be honest, it is a lot of like video game stuff.
What is it?
It's a lot of video game stuff for me. Or it's a lot of
That's what I heard.
Did I say that?
No, that's what my dumb brain heard pizza. I know you didn't say that because that wouldn't make a lick of sense.
I said video game stuff.
Yeah. Right now. That sounds
Halo, a lot of what do you call the Supergiant games? Hades and Bastion, Punk. It's heavy stuff. It's usually like oh my god, Polyphia, maybe
I listen to a lot of male
intervals,
like gay porn, like male groans, male ejaculative groans.
Dragon Ball Z. The Falconer soundtrack.
He's in more pain than I am right now. That means I can keep going.
So this guy's
I honestly
hard bludgeon. Meek Mill. It's the sound of Meek Mill.
Oh no!
I honestly
no oil,
dude. That video is so. That is definitely the most graphic sounding video I've heard in a long time.
I didn't listen.
I don't want to hear.
I didn't
anymore
hear
of
that
this.
shit.
I'm gonna send it to you. You're gonna hear that shit.
You're gonna
hear that shit. I'm gonna engineer it somehow that you have to hear that and you can't escape it. And then
he's gonna sneak it. He's gonna get an AI imprint of your mom's voice. Steal your mom's phone. Call you. Say, Derek, I need you to hear something, and it's gonna play that audio.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
Have you seen the memes where like Vision touches Ultron's head and the whole movie plays real quick?
No.
You haven't seen those memes are garbage, but it's like he touches Vision's head. Vision touches Ultron,
yeah,
and then all of the B movie plays.
Do you
Vision
think
touches
the entire
Ultron, and all
movie?
of Clockwork Orange plays, and it's like a fucking like it's the whole movie, but sped up to like 148%.
Do you think? Do you? That's insane. Do you think you have the mind of a villain?
No, I'm not smart enough. I'm not tactical enough to be a villain.
I don't mean like the executional mind of a villain, but do you have the conceptual mind of a villain?
Like conceptually, oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's because I think being
when
a villain.
When was the moment that you realized you had conceptually like the capability to at least come up with evil plots, but not necessarily care to follow through? Do you remember the first one that you ever had?
One day, my cousin like took something from me, and I was like, you know what I should do to him? I should wait till he goes to sleep, and I should just bash his head in. And I was like, I won't do it though, but like I could.
That's kind of wild.
I could.
That's all right. That was less.
It's not
amusing.
funny.
Yeah,
It's just real. I could do it.
Yeah.
People are so weak while they're sleeping.
I remember mine was Creator Clash. was during Creative Clash.
What?
Where Froggy was like, he was talking to me and trying to get to know me, and I thought like, I should have someone else message him as me and get to know him through that person. So that way when the fight comes, he'll have a harder time hitting me, but I'll have no concept of who he is.
Sophisticated tactical
Yeah,
advantage.
just like, I really thought that, but I was like, that's that's a lot of work. I don't care enough to do that. But I thought, I was like, wow, that's a really genuinely like Machiavellian thing.
When I was
That'd have been funny.
I was like, I don't know what year it was. When I was like, I think it was like some really bad disaster happened, and I saw it, right, and my
Kingston's
heart
birth
hurt. I saw my birth, and I was like, oh, it's the end. I saw my birth, and I saw the sky get like dimmer, like wow, and it got a little darker. No one talks about that.
You hear about these skyquakes, by the way?
That is the.
It's not real.
No, it's
That is the dumb. So everybody was at my house this weekend, right? And Jalen showed his thing on these skyquakes, where it's like people are. It's like wailing coming from the sky, but it's fake. It's clearly fake somehow.
No. That's like that. They have documentation of that during the Lewis and Clark expeditions.
Oh.
Yeah.
How so?
Read the Lewis and Clark journals.
Where?
Okay.
On lewisandclark.com.
Oh, you sure? Let's just go there. Right
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go.
If it's not com, it's net. So try com first.
Yeah. If it's not com, it's net. If it's not net, it's org.
It's org.
Wait, is it real?
No.
I'm kind of surprised that it isn't, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like that would be like some you know what I mean? Like an educational thing.
Yeah. I'm about cumdump.com.
Are you spelling it correctly? You might not be.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, it's only discoverlewisandclark.com, but I guess I'll think of it.
I don't even know how to spell it. It's actually.
It's I think it starts with a silent P.
Oh man.
You said pterodactyl
Like,
recently, and it bothered me, and I didn't say it.
Well, that's what they are.
Okay.
You know,
pterodactyl.
pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs?
Well,
Shut
yeah.
the
What do you
fuck
mean?
up, I know.
What do you mean? What are
It's
they?
not-
Dinosaurs. They're something different. They're like this.
They're arachnids. Yeah.
You're an arachnid.
Oh, by the way, song listen to Saw's the Law by Whitechapel. That song will get you hyped. And then what's that song by Amir? Solar Flare Homicide. I said homicide.
Whitechapel. Why does Whitechapel sound familiar?
Like
but not
White
as-
Castle?
Well,
But not
no,
as like
Whitechapel is a town,
Right.
right, in London that Jack the Ripper was
Whitecha-
fucking everybody
well, okay,
up in.
yeah, there it is, yeah.
So Saw's the Law
The
by
Order.
Whitechapel.
The Order.
The Order.
I played the Order 1886. I was like,
Did you was he the main boss?
Jack the Ripper?
Yeah. And was he
Kinda.
Was Jack
really?
the Ripper
He
in the game?
Kinda, yeah.
ripping people open and shit?
The Order
Like,
1886 is kind of dope, to be honest. It's not a very good game,
Did you
but
play a game called Immortals of Avion or Evian or whatever?
Immortals of Avium, yeah.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
I liked it. You know, it's like a solid it's like one of those like solid sevens. Where I was just like, I don't
I was
dislike
playing
my
it,
time
and
with
the
this.
game looks so ugly.
Do you think so?
It looks hideous to me.
What do you
Really?
mean? What about it?
Just the way that like, so I got to the first part where I finally got my powers and I was blowing things up and I was like, this is cacophonous. Like,
It is
what is
noisy.
going on?
It's noisy. I will say that, but the power stack is really satisfying. Like you get like more and more abilities, like the more and more you go, and it gets kind of crazy. It's like grappling whips and shit like that.
Lily was watching
It's
me
pretty
play it,
good.
and she was flaming the fuck out of it, and I was like, not every game is like a PS5 over fucking production game.
She's
Yeah.
one of
She
those
was like,
graphics
Yeah.
niggas.
She
huh?
was like, yeah, but this is still stupid. Porqué.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it's like a solid like 7. You know what I mean? Like this is like it actually reminded me a little bit of like Space Marine in that way, where it's just like this is like not that Space Marine is a 7, but like it's just like an old school kind of like a linear first person shooter single player game. Dope. Like I like that those still can be made, and I just generally
We need more games that are just fate fun. Just straight fun.
yeah.
I just got excited. I just excited myself because I just realized that Doom's coming out next year.
Oh yeah.
To whom?
I just
anyway.
played Dishonor for the first time.
Oh really?
Oh, how do you like
Did you play through it?
I haven't beat. I just did 2 missions.
Oh shit. Dishonored gets crazy.
Super fun. Oh
Yeah,
I
got to the point where I was doing shit that people like. If that creature was alive, we would have to evacuate.
Dishonored
to
is
play
so
it.
fucking cool.
I was
now.
kind of like, oh man, I want to do I want to get through this. I'm gonna do it one more time and just do horrible stuff.
Dude, it's so difficult in that game to not
be a murder scene.
Murder.
Yeah.
Because it is so cool and so satisfying to do it.
You cannot murder, and I was like, what?
Yeah, when you see like, oh, not killing people, I was like, why would I do that?
It has like an effect on the story. Like it like meaningfully impacts the story. Like the more people you kill, because it like fucks the world up.
You can throw a knife at somebody and then teleport them in the way of the knife. That is crazy. Yeah, that person did nothing wrong.
You know those videos those videos that would go around of like somebody playing a game and they're just like crazy skilled and it's just they're pulling shit off that you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I remember one of those going around with Dishonored. And it was like, I think still to this day, of all the videos like that I've ever seen, it is the most satisfying thing I've ever seen. Like, people who are really good at Dishonored, it's like you're watching John Wick do crazy. It's so fucking cool.
And then there's Devil May Cry, where I'm like, how do niggas play this game? Like
dude, it's crazy shit.
I'm good at that game, but people are like, what are you doing?
Silent Hill 2 is another one.
They just grind it, but I'm also like...
I'm so good at running away. I'm so good at cowering. It's insane.
Dude, the way he like picks up a key and puts it in a door, like precision. I don't know why I'm being so dense, but Silent Hill 2 is really good.
The idea of Silent Hill is like you're looking through a door hole and there's nothing there, and you look through it again, nothing there, and this is a dickhead, it's a dick, it's a fucking cop.
It just comes all
blast you with a real forceful one. It blows the fucking keyhole out.
That's what the fuck.
And then the main character goes like, I'm scared.
That really frightened me when he got pink eyes swollen the fuck.
Yeah,
that scared the fuck out of me.
His pyramid dick is in the...
I was gonna say, oh damn it!
The head of his dick is a pyramid. Oh my god,
that's exactly where I was.
Are you serious?
Yes,
that's so free. That's such a free joke.
I mean, I guess it's a natural thing to go to.
It's natural, but also like that is so out of nowhere on some level that it's like it's weird that we synced. Anyway. They dragged they drag on my balls till I grant them wishes, right? And he says, hello, twink, twunk, and twat.
You just gotta, that's how you beat him. You gotta hit him in the head with something, and it fucking frazzles.
Do you guys buy into the whole spooky season thing? Because I swear it just makes me more jaded about Halloween. If anything, it just makes it more acceptable for stores to put up Halloween displays even earlier, which doesn't help. Keep up the good work. I don't mind.
You sound bitter, gang. Whoever said that sounds a little bitter.
Can I say something? I don't mind Halloween. Christmas is really the only holiday that I mind being celebrated too early because it has a direct effect on everything around it. And what I mean by that is it's not just decorations, which are like, festive in a specific way, but it's the radio and like the music that's playing and like the unavoidable.
Last year, I actually am excited for Christmas finally. I think I've grown to enjoy it more. I'm also not dirt poor.
Why did you ask for a conscience?
Why would I want one of those? It holds you back.
It does. It really does.
It really does.
When I give my contest for my fucking $4 meal from McDonald's, I became everything started getting better.
I sold my soul for some chicken selects circa 2010.
Damn, chicken selects. Man.
Miss chicken selects.
Chicken selects were damn good.
Those are the tenders, right?
Yeah, they were like the bread.
Remember the
premium
snack
chicken
wraps?
selects.
Remember the snack wraps? Dog, those things were the.
They were the
plug.
Remember the fruit roll-up shakes?
No, I don't. What?
What? You never had a fruit roll-up shake?
I don't know if that's real.
Can you like?
That's not real at all.
And are they real or not?
They're not real. I can see his face.
Are they real? Well, I guess now they could be. Anything's on the table.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, I think Travis Scott had them or something and have his dick in it or something.
They have Sour Patch.
Yeah, it's lit and it busts on you.
They literally have Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Yeah, that shit is fucking
So
disgusting.
I guess fruit roll-up milkshake isn't out of the question.
I haven't had a sweet cereal in so fucking long, dog. It's crazy.
Do they have like... fake sugar cereal.
Nice. If I'm doing a diet thing, I'm gonna do it. I'm not. I don't need.
Well, I hear about Magic Spoon. I heard like something about Magic Spoon.
Yeah, I was literally referring to that. Actually,
I've actually been curious about that. I want to try it.
Magic. Well, this is weird. The best flavor, in my opinion, of Magic Spoon is the frosted flavor. They sell it almost nowhere.
Oh man.
Like there's a Sprouts. They sell it there, and then they almost never have it anywhere else. Magic Spoon is everywhere. But for some reason, that specific flavor.
That's like my favorite vitamin water. They don't sell it, the blue lavender. Like for some reason, it's just like, it's so good. And it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
We did a thing where we had no sweet beverages, like no sugary beverages for 3 months.
Yeah.
I think at the end of this month, we're done. I'm just going to get one thing of orange juice. I'm going to drink a
OD?
cup of it. And then I'm going to throw the rest of it away, probably.
You're going to OD
Nah.
You're gonna fucking drink it all one fell swoop.
I'm saying that until I taste it.
It's fucking
I'm probably saying that. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Your feet are gonna fucking fall off when you finish it.
That's it.
Imagine getting diabetes so quickly that by the end of your meal, like the beginning of your meal, you don't have it. By the end of your meal, your feet fall off.
That's all this diet was trying to avoid, is getting me in a better place with my HC1, and then like all of a sudden I just take one sip and I'm like, oh man, I'm diabetic. That's crazy. That's crazy. The doctor comes in and just hacks my feet the fuck off.
He slides and fucking
like Dishonored.
No. What's the name of the game where you have the rocket knees?
Oh, Vanquish.
He comes around the corner.
doctor has fucking rockets.
It's like, bro, this guy's crazy.
Vanquish is so
He
cool,
charges
man.
you for the fuel.
Vanquish is such a good game.
You know how much money that is? Like, use a rocket, how much fuel you burn, dude?
Did you play Vanquish?
No.
Dude, I feel like you would like Vanquish. Vanquish is like power. It's just Power Rangers bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, it's so cool. Actually, wait, no, I don't like it. It's Japanese and I'm racist. I forgot.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I am racist, but I respect what they make. You know.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm a big fan of hentai.
that is. I love Japan, and it's like all you understand about it is hentai.
Fucking hentai rules, bro.
Hentai is so fucking.
So where are the tentacles at? Like, I came to Japan, no tentacles.
There was a comment that I did want to bring this up because I just thought it was fun. I cracked up when I saw it. There was an episode, I can't remember why we were talking about Jimmy Fallon, but we were talking about Jimmy Fallon being talented, right? And you said like Jimmy Fallon, like he can play guitar. Oh, it was like it was that conversation. And somebody, you said, is Jimmy Fallon really talented? And I don't think you meant to say that.
Jimmy Fallon.
Is Jimmy Fallon really talented? And I saw it like written in the comments as like a quote with like a timestamp. I'm like, what?
You checked it.
And I checked it. You said that, and I was like, none of us caught it in the moment.
No, not at all.
At all.
I hate him so much. I hate how he looks at the camera. Like, stop looking at me. Being a
Well, and he's just always like slapping his knee, you know, metaphorically. Like somebody will say something like just, what's your next movie gonna be? And he's like, well, and he's like, you're like, he didn't even say anything.
That scared me. That actually scared me. That startled me, like, sincerely.
Yo, you looked over with such fucking alertness.
I thought maybe, like...
So funny.
I want him to bash zone knee out of place. I want him to hit his own knee and crumble his shit. I want his leg to still be ajar. I want his leg to be in the air, but his knee to be on the other side of the floor.
I want to fucking put his legs in a guillotine.
I don't know, man. I don't hate him. I just really don't like him.
Jimmy Fallon?
I never understood
I never thought he was funny.
him. Yeah, like I said, I know he can sing, well, he can play guitar. I think he's like okay with
like
that.
Tina
but
Fey, I got why people were like, "Oh, she's funny." She's actually really like a funny.
She's
person.
all right. Yeah,
But
she's
it's
funny.
like Jimmy Fallon. I'm like, what does this nigga do? Other than look at that, I'm trying to watch the show, and he looks at me again. I'm like, bro, look at the scene, nigga. Be present.
I just don't like people that look permanently nervous. I can't fuck with that, man. Because
That's fuck with school shooters, then, bro. So you actually you're the school shooter detector. You walk into a school and you're like,
when
him, he's gonna do it. He makes me nervous.
I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be real, bro. When I see nervous-looking people walk into like a building or an establishment, I don't take my eyes off of them. I wait to see the gun if the gun's gonna or anything. I'm just like, let me make sure this motherfucker's not gonna do anything crazy.
Dude, I intentionally, like, whenever I walk into a store, I look as nervous and suspicious as possible, specifically for that. Just to throw the scent off of the real one.
I have a brother in arms.
My brother. Brother. That's scary. You don't want Warhammer-inspired school shooters.
Gun in my ass.
They're gonna get. They're gonna start working out. And they're gonna become like,
no, they're not.
Too dangerous.
You lost me as soon as you said that.
Warhammer fiends.
You lost me
scary.
as soon as you said they're gonna start working out.
You don't think school? You don't think
they're going? No, Warhammer fans are going to continue working out.
They're scary. Warhammer niggas are scary. I know I am one.
Anyway,
what?
Let's get on. Let's.
No, they're not.
Really? Warhammer, the people I played, like, they're not. Obviously, is a wide variety.
So my first friend I ever made in school. He's fucking has 2 trillion figurines. You know, he spends like $1 billion on that shit.
Is that Jared guy you're always talking about? Jared Fogle?
Yeah. Yeah, my best friend, Jared Fogle. My
How
first
old were
friend.
you when you met him? If you met him in elementary school, how the fuck?
So I was 9. He was 23.
Yeah. It was just like a Doc and Marty kind of relationship.
Mom, I'm gonna go hang out with Jared. She thinks it's a kid. It's a grown ass man with a car picking
Yeah,
up and
I'm gonna hang out
driving
with
away,
Jared.
and your mom's screaming.
That'd be such a different movie. That was like I would love to see a Back to the Future where it's just Marty. It's Marty McFly, but it's Jared Fogle.
Oh my god.
And he's building like a child. I don't know.
He's wait.
Marty, I've done it.
Marty, I built the boy, Marty.
He's like Geppetto, but he's like a Geppettophile.
Oh no.
Why are you serving on your?
That's the-
you're serving and spiking right now.
Geppettophile has been in my thoughts for years.
That's because I
so
mean,
it's so obvious.
let's be real. It was like
It's weird that he built a real boy. Like it's weird.
Yeah, and when he found out that his nose can grow, you know exactly what he did with that shit.
It's like me and Bazinga, but the N word of that. Like I don't know why I didn't make him say it at least once.
Let me sit on your face and tell me I'm gorgeous.
Wait, don't we need? But what's the word?
Bazigger.
No, isn't it with the a?
Oh, Bazinga.
Soft A.
Yeah, Bazinga is the real version, like what he says.
Yeah, but how would you turn it into the soft A N word? Because would that work?
Bazinga. It would still be the same thing. I like Bazigger. That sounds so funny.
All right.
Yeah,
let's move
it
on.
doesn't work, Bazigga.
Or a buzz straight up the N word.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Or let's get 2 quick questions, and then we kind of gotta get out. Like Sweeney has
Wait, did
obligations.
did we? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, whatever.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not tripping.
What did we what?
I thought when you mentioned the thing, was that a name or was that a question or you mentioned what Sweeney said about the Jimmy Fallon thing?
Oh no, I mentioned that.
Oh, you just okay,
because I
gotcha.
remember that
Gotcha.
for some reason like found its way into my brain the second.
Okay, let's go.
Notice how they still haven't used the new intro, and also I'm an F slur.
Oh
That's
my
right,
god,
we're supposed to do that, right?
Oh, yes.
We're supposed to do like a judgment thing.
While I was editing the last episode, I was like, Jesus Christ. Every single time I want to bring this up, and I never remember. And I actively thought about that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I still forgot. I can't. I don't know because I've been wanting to do this for like fucking.
I know.
weeks.
We'll do it. We'll do it next. Actually, we'll pick a winner. Like we don't need to do we already listened to them. We don't need to do a whole judgment episode. We'll pick a winner. I think we all have like a thing in mind.
Yeah.
So you'll just see it when it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just want to do like that, and then that couple runner-ups, and then give somebody's a cum sock, and then a merch for winner gets a piece of merch, and then the cum sock for a second.
What is that? Oh, is it the guy whose house is flooded in fucking Florida?
Oh, and he's just cooling,
chilling in a kayak in his living room. That shit is so crazy.
Until a
man.
gator shows up.
Dude, when I saw
comes in his house, until the gator opens his door and walks in. Oh, I didn't know you'd be here.
Oh my
sorry,
god,
I'll
I'm
see
so
you later.
sorry.
all right.
I'm gonna come back to one tonight.
Anyway, that's the guy's name. And he says, "Hello, voices following me around my village."
Whoa.
Village has so many connotations.
Now it does
Yeah.
especially.
Hello, voices following me around my village. What scripted video game set pieces piss you off to no end? Personally, I think people who design chase sequences where you never seem to run at full speed and also can't use your items because they want the scene to play out should be flogged and splashed with boiling hot liquid shit. Depends on the game, I think. I hate the whole like shimmy thing where like we got to transition from one area to the other, so let's like squeeze in this tight space and like slowly move.
That's just hilarious.
Like it bothers the hell out of me.
To me, it's funny. At this point, it's just funny.
It's
to me.
embarrassing. Like there's a part in Astrobot.
lazy.
There's a God of War level in Astrobot that like they joke about. Like there's like a squeeze thing. And I was like, I can't believe they're like joking about this.
Great.
It's great. I love it because it is a quirk. I understand why it's necessary. I get that it's like a hidden loading screen. I get it, but I don't know. It's still not fun to slowly shimmy through a fucking thin wall. Like it's
To me,
annoying.
I just want it at the very least just auto. Like, why do I need to hold?
Yeah,
the fucking
or just quicker.
Quick is fine.
The Last of Us actually did a pretty good job of that, actually, because like there's like not necessarily from location to location, but like in between like little bits of cover. Like I remember that there was like The Last of Us Part 2 specifically. There was like a storefront or whatever, and you could like slip in between like the shelving units like really quick, and I was like, ooh, this is cool. This feels great. which was more of this.
So yeah, I think you should just focus on the character, like Joel beating off real quick.
Yeah.
And then
Button mash.
And he's like walking and shit or something. Something's happening. And
they should make it. They should make
feeding a boner for
like you can't see anything but his dick. It's like that
Joel
close.
edging.
And then he busts, and then you open. You're in the new section.
They should make a Death Stranding, where you have to control your right leg, your right leg, your left leg, your right hand, your left arm, and then you have to like jerk off and also walk the entire time.
I would have played that game.
I would have played that.
I would have 100%.
I would have streamed that game. I would have become one of the top 5 players in the world. Not one. I'm not that ambitious.
Yeah,
I'm the best.
Dude, the Dragon Ball Z the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero leaderboards are so funny because like all the top spots are obviously Mexicans. Like it's crazy. Like it's like I think like literally Saiyan Mexicano is like the name that's like on number 1 or whatever.
You think Mexicans are gonna play around with fucking Dragon Ball?
No, they don't. Like they're fucking crazy. Mexicans are Dragon Ball fiends and fighting game fiends apparently.
Yeah.
Because like I know for us it was Tekken. For me it was Tekken. Like my family and like my cousins, it was like Tekken and Def Jam Vendetta, or like Def Jam for whatever reason. Like those were our fighting games. Like I didn't even really play like Mortal Kombat or anything.
Man, I still.
For me, it was always Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. But I never played Mortal Kombat really, but I liked Mortal Kombat visual. That's why I watched the stories for all the games.
Oh yeah.
I like sit down and watch these dog shit. They're so dumb, but I
they're stupid,
love
yeah.
them. I mean, this is so cool.
Mortal Kombat always felt like I wasn't punching far enough. I don't know how to describe it.
Mortal
Character
Kombat
reach felt.
It's a beat. It's like hit, then hit, then hit. It doesn't like flow the way I want it to. Like Street Fighter is kind of like a very like flowy kind of fighting game. Mm-hmm. Opposed to Mortal Kombat, it's more like per beat. You hit a button on the beat to get people to where you need to be. And I don't know
if I agree with that.
For me, I could be wrong. No. I don't know. I watch Mortal Kombat get played a lot. I fucking constantly watch it get played. But I'm like, I can't adapt to it for some reason.
To me, it just never it just never lived. Personally, it never lived up to its old well, the sprites shit. Like especially with speed. One of the things once I went to Mortal Kombat 3. So between Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 4, the speed was perfect. Mortal Kombat 4 was a stupid game, but the speed was still on point. Then it transitioned to the 3D stuff, and it was fun, but I was already like, oh, they're moving away from the speed. And then once they revamped the thing, it was just like slower, and everybody has 3-hit combos, and everything else is now based on juggling. Where before, you can chain stuff, you can still have 7-hit combos, 8, and you still want to juggle. They just simplified everything and made everything about juggling. And I was like, it kind of killed it for me.
So it's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. What is 4? 4 is actually Mortal Kombat 4?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 4.
Then after that, when does Deadly Alliance come in?
That's the next one.
That's the Deadly Alliance.
That's technically 5.
Then it's Redemption. No,
Deception, and then Armageddon.
Then Armageddon. Then it's...
And that's the reboot.
Shaolin Monks, I guess.
Shaolin Monks came in between. I think came out either before or after Deception. I can't remember.
I never played Shaolin Monks. I didn't.
I had it. I didn't beat it. It was fun, but then all of a sudden you don't need to play it because if you played Armageddon and played their story of those 2 gay brothers or whatever it was, you remember the beat 'em up?
Yes, the brothers.
They had to beat 'em up. If you did it, they made a whole. The dumbest story you'll ever. I couldn't believe how dumb the story was. It's like the gods just made some shit. Hey, struggle, test, but save the world or something. It didn't make any sense at all. It's stupid.
It's insane seeing how like some games, even like back then, had like such crazy narratives, and then some games had just completely dog shit stories. Like Chrono Trigger existed at that time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck was going on? I think back in the day, JRPGs had a strong hold on narrative storytelling.
Oh, they did because that was
a strong hold on.
It was more important than the fucking gameplay, actually. Because if you didn't have a good payoff, people would have been furious, right? Like so, in the way that fighting games didn't give a shit, because before you had to get the stories through the book or the ending or something. They didn't have anything. Mortal Kombat 4, they stepped it up, and then they started putting more stuff in there, but it was... The story actually started to become a little bit interesting in 4. I think before that it was really stupid, and then the story really picked up in the 3D era of the PS2. I think that was when things actually started getting...
Alliance?
Yeah, I think that's when things got really interesting, because they switched it up. Liu Kang died immediately.
Dude, Liu Kang's death had me fucked up because I was like, how did he sneak up on Liu Kang? Like, it was to drive the plot forward. I know that's what it was there to
Shake
do.
it up, man.
But like, how did Liu die? How did Liu Kang? Liu Kang beat the fuck out of both of them in the previous game together.
They nerfed him,
and I was like, wow, how?
They nerfed him. Let's just be. They nerfed him.
Because like in the original story, Liu Kang and Kun Lao were so strong as immortals, it was crazy.
They hard nerfed him right for the plot, which is I'm like that's fine. Most people didn't care because no one really liked Liu Kang. He was just a good character to play, but nobody liked him as a character.
I was always a Kun Lao person instead.
Kun Lao was way better of a character, but as far as if you wanted to beat the game, fucking spamming Liu Kang's fucking low fireball, that beat everything. That beats everything.
That's how I beat Uniga.
Uniga.
He wasn't in that game, I'm pretty sure. That's the only one he wasn't in.
Unaga was in Deception.
Yeah, but I don't think Liu was in Deception. That's the only one he wasn't in, actually.
Was he not Zombie in that one?
Zombie or they just he just went, he came back as Zombie in Armageddon.
No, well,
There's either Deadly Alliance or Deception. Liu Kang is 9. One of those two. I think it's Deception.
I can't say for
because he
sure.
comes back as a zombie in Armageddon. That's something I know for sure. That's what Zombie Liu Kang is in.
Okay, I thought. Okay.
I remember the trailer where everyone's fighting to get up the pyramid, and then like
was that
he
the first
cracks
time?
his neck, and then he comes back with the chain.
Was that the first time?
100%.
Huh. I just don't remember.
That I know. That's the only thing I know about. That's one of the only facts about Mortal Kombat that I know.
Yeah, what an interesting fact.
Anyway.
Yeah,
interesting factoid.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's go.
Imagine Dragons crashing a plane into the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
Ooh. I went there. It was pretty cool.
That's lore.
It was redneck heaven, essentially.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like we died and went to the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. Oh my god. He says, "Hey, Chuckle." He says, "Hey, Chuckle Cucks. Did you see that CJ was already modded into the new Dragon Ball game?
Sparks?
What's Sparking Zero? Yeah. What's been something that has reminded you how insanely talented people can be on the internet? Mine was when during the live stream reveal of Mario Odyssey, someone drew and posted Rule 34 of the sentient cap before the stream ended. That is crazy." That's. I wonder how shaded it was. I wonder if it had like all the shading details too. Like how complete was it?
We have a good friend who's a part of that community, and it's like it's literally a race to put out the porn. Like,
yeah,
it's a race.
It's a porn race.
It's a race.
And
it's a race that I appreciate.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, dude.
I mean, it's fine,
dude. I gotta say, man, I have to say, it is wild. I love that CJ is just the character.
He's the standard
because I saw him also in Silent Hill.
Already?
Already.
Yes.
It's not. I don't think Silent Hill is officially even out yet necessarily.
Are you sure?
I think it might just be out like today or like yesterday.
Okay.
Because like there's like they did that early access thing.
Okay.
For like special editions or whatever.
We as a community came together and just deemed that he is the default.
This black guy.
Yeah.
It's CJ and then it's Kratos. In games that Kratos shouldn't be in.
Kratos, really?
Or Shrek.
I feel like Shrek is actually.
Shrek is definitely
up there.
I've downloaded Shrek
Homer
quite
Simpson.
a few times.
Macho Man Randy Savage is strangely common too.
Dude.
Like not necessarily as often, not even close to as much as Shrek or CJ, but like the fact that he's in Skyrim and Left 4 Dead.
Well,
and
that is the thing that like.
I have something to tell you guys, which is crazy. You guys watch the Vince McMahon shit?
The Vince McMahon? No, of course not.
Documentary?
The docuseries on Netflix?
He's a demon. He's like really a demon.
Well, yeah, we went over this.
I didn't know how demonic he. Like I was watching during the Attitude Era. Well, probably just before. Attitude Era was like probably like late 90s, late 80s throughout the 90s. So I'm kind of off. I was like right after.
Why are you bringing this up? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Because you brought up.
We were talking about
Randy Savage, right?
Oh,
and my brain.
Yeah, the actor.
My brain flipped
from Spider-Man.
Flipped to Bret Hart, right? Yeah, flipped to Bret, like Bret Hart.
Who is that?
Another very famous wrestler. One of my favorites of all time.
Is he the guy who died?
No, Owen died.
Well, his brother died. His brother got killed because he injured Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's the quiet conspiracy theory.
So he's like a Diddy type.
Yeah. So
Diddy.
so there's the Hart family of wrestlers. They're Canadians, so they don't matter. They're not important.
Oh yeah.
But like,
I love Bret. What are you talking? Bret is so cool.
He's one of the most famous
the
wrestlers.
Hitman, bro.
But he's Canadian, so I don't
Canadian,
care.
yeah.
So
it's kind
of
sorry, Bunty.
So Stone Cold, obviously being God, right? Owen Hart injured Stone Cold. He broke his neck. I theorize that his harness fell. First, they humiliated him because of that. He made him the
superhero,
the blue bitch or whatever they called him. And then he was supposed to have a superhero entrance. He fell and died. And
how?
So the harness was faulty.
Death.
He fell to his death, and he bled out and died. And
that's crazy.
They continued the show because Vince McMahon's a demon.
Dude, they continued the show, and literally The Rock was crying during his
a lot of people were crying.
Because The Rock had to come out right after. The Rock was crying.
There were people that had
and they were trying to like wrestle,
stay in character.
And Dwayne is literally I was like,
that's insane.
They're trying to, Vince is the demon.
Holy shit!
He said as an excuse, like, I would have wanted you to.
I would have wanted
you to continue the show if I died, or if one of my kids died. And I'm like,
psycho. And Brett's like, I want to kill him. Brett's like, I want to kill this dude.
Yeah. Owen Hart died because he killed. He
is that in the
docuseries?
It is.
Well, that moment.
What? Where is this?
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's.
I don't know anything about.
It's just called Mr. McMahon.
But that sounds crazy.
This is a perfect way to learn about wrestling. Actually, this docuseries is six episodes. Perfect way if you were interested in just not just how the fuck did he become a thing? And
now let me ask this.
Yeah.
Not that it'll tinge whether or not I want to see it, but is this one of those 6-episode miniseries where this could have been 3?
Yeah,
I'm noticing that this is happening a lot.
So
but there's much more you can talk about.
From my perspective, it's not enough.
Okay.
Technically, from my and one of the biggest things is they have so many interviewees. There's so many people that they barely said anything.
Right.
And I was like, you guys mismanaged your time. So it seems like they didn't actually have enough time.
Because there's a thing happening a lot now.
Not him. I'm saying the interviewees. There's a bunch of people that didn't get cut short. He did.
There's something happening a lot now in like entertainment where things are a lot longer than they need to be. Like there's like murder mysteries or like true crime things that are like 5 episodes when it's like this could have been a movie. Or like this could have been like 2 episodes max.
Right.
And I heard like from like people like in this space where it's like, yeah, they're just kind of like trying to take up a lot of your time.
Increase watch time,
increase engagement. And then also like what I heard was like, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. I've noticed this where like in certain documentaries or certain docuseries, they'll like repeat certain things over and over again. They'll make the same point like a couple times per like episode or even through multiple episodes. Like, why the fuck are they repeating? And it's like, oh, well, apparently this is so scary and tragic. But like people design these shows or write these shows or put these shows together with the expectation that everybody watching is half on their phone. So like if you repeat information, like it's fine because it's like they probably didn't catch it the first time. So you're expected to just not pay attention to the stuff that you watch now.
I feel like that happened in YouTube videos, but I think I'm schizophrenic, so I don't mention it. But like I'm watching YouTube videos.
Oh, I think for sure. I think for sure.
Point there, like someone says something again, and I'm like,
certain corporate ones, like absolutely, undoubtedly, are following a similar model. Yeah.
I think you're right. In particular, I've also seen it. I've seen people behave that way.
Yeah,
I've seen
this guy.
I've seen a lot of people. I've even seen my wife do that sometimes.
That's how engaged I am.
Well, but here's the thing that I feel like a lot of people, they act like they even though this is literally impossible to absorb information from someone talking or 2 things simultaneously. This is something that I feel like there's a lot of people that convince themselves that they can do.
Yeah, I cannot multitask that way.
You literally can't. Look, it is unless you're a superhuman. If there is the TV talking and you're reading something on your phone, you're not going to absorb it. It's one or the other. Now, what you could do is you get pieces of both, and then all of a sudden now you have incomplete things of both, and people will do.
And you'd have to just reread it again.
I have the gist of it, or they'll just
Right.
So there's been many times where videos while I'm playing a video game and I'm listening to something where I'm focusing too much on the video game, I've had to rewind the video like 3 times because I wanted to actually get this. Rather than
I do the same. I do the same thing. Yeah.
But that's all. But
if I watch a movie with people, I'm like, I'm not gonna be on my phone. You know what I mean? I try actually specifically to be like, if I'm with people, I don't do that.
It depends on what we're doing.
Right.
Like if I'm watching,
if it's a movie I've seen before, like whatever.
Yeah, you'll zone out. It's like whatever.
If I invite people over to watch a movie, we're not watching that movie. We're just hanging out, putting something on to make fun of.
Right.
And we're there to laugh.
Right.
We're not doing that. But if I'm like. If it's like, oh, I want to watch this thing about like freaking Apollo that's coming out, like I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch that. Obviously, we're glued to it. Or if I'm like, watching a lore video that I really care about that I'm gonna fucking gaily like write down, like, oh, this will be part of my D&D campaign. Like I'll fucking like focus on that, and I have a piece of paper next to it taking notes. But like,
it's pretty disgusting.
Whatever.
Anyway,
fucking
CJ.
Oh, he was on what's it called? He's on the South podcast today.
CJ?
No, Trump.
He was on what?
Trump is on Flagrant.
Oh, I saw that, and I saw clips of it where like they're just laughing at him. Like it's kind of wild, like because a lot of interviews with Trump, like he says things that are just objectively like that is hilarious. Like that a person can say that seriously with no hint of irony is amazing. And all the clips that I've seen so far from the Flagrant thing is like Andrew Schultz's like what does that mean? What are you saying? Which is kind of wild because I don't think I've ever actually seen that. I don't think I've actually ever seen him interact with a person who is like willing to laugh at what he's saying because it is funny. Like I think he said, like Trump's like, I think I'm basically a truthful person. And Schultz is like, oh, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And Trump does not play into it. Like, he doesn't understand that what he says is funny. Like, he doesn't understand that what he says is, like, an insane thing to say.
Yeah.
So, like, it's actually wild because, like, I actually feel like...
It's like it's like real narcissism. It's like actually like true narcissism.
Yeah, like, it's like crazy.
It's not like oh, you're like an asshole narcissist. Like, no, this guy...
Because he doesn't even smile or, like, play into it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a smart person would. He just doesn't understand.
This man's already like even before all this shit, he's like a known tax criminal. Like this motherfucker is a fraud.
You know what's interesting?
And he's like, I've never done anything illegal.
I'm so gay.
Never was.
A lot of people are starting to realize that because of the whole cackling Kamala thing or whatever people are trying to say,
laughing Kamala.
Because of all of that shit, people are starting to realize, because I've seen it on 2 separate podcasts, them ask the same question. Have any of you ever seen Trump laugh? And then everyone's like, wait, I don't think the entirety of his career of being on television or anything, he's smirked. He's made little, he'll smirk, but laughing.
That's actually wild. I don't think I've ever thought about that either.
Yeah.
I don't absorb
I literally can't imagine it because I've never seen it.
He's an insane person because that is something, they're making fun of a regular human emotion.
I have never thought of that, ever.
People started to think about this because of the laughing Kamala thing or cackling Kamala. And I was like, they're making fun of her having a human emotion. Laughter.
Yeah, because it's one thing to never see somebody cry because people often cry in private.
People will bottle that shit.
Like, I can't cry.
I mean, if I take a bat
I've
to your
literally
knees,
watched you cry. I've watched you cry and I recorded it.
I can't cry.
If I take
posterity.
I won't cry.
I'll take a bat to your knee and we'll see what happens.
I won't cry. I'll yell. I'll wail in pain.
I'll take a bat to your ribs. I'll see what happens.
I'm saying I will yell. I will wail. But I will not cry.
I'll bring your dog back to life and come inside it and kill it.
I think I might cry.
There you go. We got it. We got it. That'll do it.
I'm like, no, rock! And you kill her again.
You just,
like,
you just fucking.
What's that? Was that furry? Who's that furry guy that like got outed for like fucking roadkill or whatever? What is it? What's that guy?
Oh, what?
Kiro the wolf.
Is that I just started watching.
That's the furry.
I just started watching a Turkey Tom video. As I must be that person.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I didn't get far.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It said the video was called "The Worst Furry" or something like that.
The Worst Furry?
It must be the same person.
No, I didn't know that there was a Turkey Tom video about it.
It just came out because I was like, oh, and then
you know where we watched that video. You know about the freaking one of our friends came over and showed us that shit. And I was like, this is horrible. Why are we watching this?
Was it a meme?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was like, why? What is wrong with our friends?
You just know. I feel like I can accurately tell like who shared shared what just based on
the internet's most hated furry influencer, and it's a blue dog or something.
Oh, I don't.
Is that it?
Maybe. I don't remember what he looks like, to be honest. Because when I see a furry, my eyes glaze over.
Is it? Because if you're talking about fucking a corpse, it's got to be that. But see how I barely started it, so I don't know what they've done.
Like
it might be.
The furthest thing I've known so far is that they're into scat porn. And I was already like, well, this is already starting off bad.
All I know about him is that like there was like a roadkill incident.
But fucking roadkill?
Yeah.
It's like, you already told me, but once I processed it again, I was just like...
They called him fucking roadkill in the Starbucks.
Dude.
I'm making things up, but that is real. The core of it is real.
Okay,
these people make it hard to find.
I'm so thrown off. I don't even know what the point of that. I don't remember anything.
There's so many upstanding furries, that are just like they're just doing what they do. They're not bothering anybody.
I'm sorry.
Are they upstanding if they're on their fours?
I don't.
That's like deeper than you think it is.
Look, man.
But like
it is, yeah.
Look, man.
Anyway, we got to get CJ.
I don't get it.
It's not hurting. It's not hurting anyone, but still.
Anyway, props in closing to CJ for being like unreasonably iconic.
Yeah.
Even though it's like
what the
one
hell?
of the most generic designs ever, possibly.
Totally.
Can he ever get more clothes? I don't remember if you could put more clothes on him. I don't think you can, right?
He's just always in a wife beater, no matter what.
He is.
I think you could put a jacket on.
I've never seen him with more clothes than that. You can customize his hair, and that's it.
I actually, because it might just be a thing where I just left it, or you can. I don't know. Because I remember him being jacked. I would always make him jacked, but he still would only have a wife beater on.
Speaking of jacked,
interesting.
Frank West is unreasonably strong in Dead Rising.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I forgot that though. Like I kind of forgot
because wars
because he's a journalist.
Yeah.
But then he's also like swinging benches.
He's an action journalist though.
Huh?
Can you put on the camera in this game or no?
What do you mean? When you put
Can you put on the camera? Can you take the camera out of one of your hands? Like you have to have. Joe was holding the camera when you're running around.
Yeah.
Can you finally put it down?
Why would you put it down?
Just to not have a camera in your hand.
What would that change though? Like what would
I never liked that he would walk around holding it because he looks
takes
stupid.
pictures.
So it would just change the animation of him running?
Yeah. So
why do you care?
I don't know. I just never liked him holding the camera.
So this guy wants to like pay someone to mod the camera out of him.
This is your like Master Chief's like helmet isn't right. For me,
no, I have a lot of shit like that.
That's like a weirdly autistic thing. It's like I don't want him to hold the camera as he runs.
My biggest gripe for anything is
it's like one of the only unique things about him is that he has a camera.
Anything right is that I already told you about it today earlier. In Sparking Zero, there's a Gohan from Dragon Ball Super where he has such a dumbass haircut, and it bothers me to my core when I see it. Like my day's worse when I see him with that haircut.
Your day's worse.
Anyway.
I want to shoot Gohan, but he's my favorite character. But I think it should be me that does it.
Yeah, I don't know why you like pussy ass characters like Gohan.
That's crazy. Who's your favorite character? Piccolo?
Oh, you Piccolo Jr.? Is that what you meant?
It's Junior.
Is that what you meant?
It's Junior. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, the future between him and Kami is technically Piccolo, and it's just Junior at that moment. But yes, he's a part of the Dragon Tribe, and I don't know the fucking.
Kami should have a hammer and sickle on him.
Here's a good question.
You'd be sick, right?
Communist.
Occam's.
That'd be sick, though.
Commie.
Oh, another question?
Here's one. Here's a good one. Occam's razor suggests the razor of Occam is gay. Wrote in.
Well,
and he says, does Kevin McAllister have the power of Toon Force? Or do Marv and Joe Pesci have Toon Force as a defense against the traumatic injury from this homicidal little shit kid?
It's definitely Marvin.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't have anything.
Kevin
special.
doesn't have anything.
Kevin
the
probably
bandits
has autism.
do. The bandits
Kevin
have
probably
Toon
has
Force.
autism. Like very likely.
Well, sure, but he doesn't have any type of special abilities. He didn't do anything special. He just set
silly little traps. They're so fucking silly, goofy that they fall into them.
The
and
bandits
don't die.
have.
Do you think he's autistic?
invincibility.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like he might be the opposite.
What, retistic?
Retistic.
I think he's just not anything.
I want him to go to like a college class.
He should do speaking.
Do speaking.
Dude, isn't it crazy? I don't. Did you ever get these requests?
Retism. Yes,
like
I
in
did.
2016 or like 2017, where people were
I
like,
got
"You
a
should speak at a college." I'm
I
like,
had a handful
what
of
the
them.
fuck? I remember being so
That is
baffled by that.
so wild. That is why where we're at,
Dude.
That's where we're at right now.
I was offered. I think I was offered.
We should have took them because it ended up that psychos were taking them.
Liberty University, I think it's called.
Liberty.
There's a fucking Christian college in I think in Texas. I think it's called Liberty or something. I think I was offered like I forgot how many, but it was at least like 5 figures to speak, and I was like, speak your gay ass.
I would have done it.
I am so. I got into a couple of arguments with some of the people when I said God's an asshole on Dave Rubin's show. Because I was just, I don't remember how it started, but I was like, either he's not real or he's a fucking asshole. And there's like people like, oh, how could you say that? And I was like, prove me wrong. Even it's one or the other. Either motherfucker, there is nothing, or he exists, And he's a piece of shit if you read your Bible.
Yeah, or he's just not aware. I think about that sometimes too.
You can do that. You can be that too.
I think about that
sometimes.
That
you're an awful person.
No. But what I mean is like I don't think it's like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like I think of it almost like a kid building. Yeah, like a kid building like a science project. You know what I mean? And it's like look at the science project, and then it's like it's Earth or whatever. You know, or it's like it's the universe. It's like okay, and then like that was second grade. He's in college now. Like I don't have any of the shit that I made. I don't
unaware,
give a shit.
like in that level.
You know what I mean? Like just completely like uninvolved.
Yeah,
it's like having like an ant farm and you're like, I'm gonna go to bed, and you wake up the next morning. What the hell? They have spaceships.
I don't know. I don't know if I told you this. If I told you guys this one time, I used to work in Glendale for the city, and there was this older black dude, cool as fuck, from Syracuse, and he was like, we started having a discussion about religion, and this guy just knew everything about everything. Read the Bible back front to back and had like every answer. And one thing that he said to me first, he was like, "You need to understand that." And what you said, Chris, he's like, "We're like ants to God." And I was like, "That doesn't disturb you at all?" Like, but here's the thing that I thought was hilarious. This guy thought he had a picture of who I was. And he's like, you know, when I was young like you, I ran wild. I did a lot of crazy stuff. I went to orgies. I did this, and I was like,
whoa.
I've never met a single person in my life that has fucking done orgies. And he said it so casually, like that was a normal thing to do when you were young. I was like, wait.
Maybe in the 80s. I don't know.
And I was like, wait. I was like, you can't just talk past that. you can't rattle it off like eating cereal or something. They're like,
I was like you once. I was going to parties. I was sucking exclusively elephant dick. I was just like you once upon a day.
I was like, I thought he was gonna say like, oh, I did drugs and this and that, but dude, have you met anyone that's fucking gone to orgies?
One person.
So that's crazy that you even know one person.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild. To me, that's because where do you find them?
You gotta be involved.
Where the fuck are orgies at?
You gotta be plugged in. Actually,
it's literally just people you know. I would imagine.
Yeah, you plugged
I
in.
would imagine.
But it's like, who are the people do you know that want like, hey friends, let's all fuck each other?
Look, he's aware. He's been.
I've been to a party where something was happening in like another room. I have been there.
Oh, I'm definitely been to parties when
I'm not ready for this.
Like I went to like basketball. Like the basketball team, you go to play ball and stuff like that, and then you go into a room and one girl's getting pterodactyl in there, and you're like, what is happening?
I just never wanted to be around my boys and see all their dicks and all that shit. That's just not really my MO. That's not my MO.
My girlfriend at the time, my homies was like, yo, hook it up, and I was like, I'll fuck you up. Like, no, she's my property. she's mine. She's mine.
That's
I
mine.
own this.
My toy.
I'll gangbang your girlfriend with you guys, but you guys are not touching my girlfriend.
Look, man. Yeah, shit happens. I get that. Every once in a while, maybe someone's gonna do something kind of weird. But like, an orgy per se is
made up
wild.
person. I don't know.
Kill.
It's it's not a real person.
He's got so much nose.
What's that guy?
But that's impossible.
What's that guy's name in Soul Calibur? That giant dude with the axe. It's like Astro something.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Doesn't he say like kill like all the time before he does like a major?
I think you're right.
Kill. He does like major rules.
He's got a nose.
So that is the origin story of that guy.
Right.
Big Axe Man. It's like Astrolith or Astroth.
I don't remember. I wish I could.
Azeroth.
I think it's Astroth or something.
Let's leave now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But the Wet Bandits absolutely have Toon Force.
Yeah, they're definitely silly. They
have unkillable buffs.
They've laughed so hard that the world has stopped a few times.
Because they can get maimed, right? They can bleed. They can be fried, but they can't die. And they're cursed. They're cursed. That's what they have. They have a curse.
Yeah, they're immortal. Yeah. They're going to be withering away. You're going to run into them in like fucking Mass Effect.
They're going to still be the same form of themselves. And they can't mentally progress either.
They're still just trying to steal stupid petty shit.
Yeah. They're still like fucking putting glue on gloves and like dipping them in fucking change. It's so crazy.
Shepard running into them is crazy, dude.
Yeah. Shepard just fucking Vanguard Nova fucking just boom.
And they hit the wall, they splat.
Marv, what are you doing?
And he's like, that really hurt. And Shepard's like,
wow.
Excuse me?
Stupid Marv, we can't steal from C-Sec, Marv, you dumbass. You idiot.
You stupid motherfucker.
I thought I could get some credits from the guy.
You have to shoot them into space because they're so dangerous.
And Shepard go, hold up.
That's amazing. Just fucking.
He does the spider scream when the spider's on his face.
Dude, that shit's amazing.
It really, yeah, that I love that movie. I think honestly the first, like, I understand, like, the second movie's cool, but I think the first movie is my favorite just because of that scream. That scream is crazy.
I mean, when he's getting electrocuted, that's pretty goated, man.
It's pretty good too. It's pretty good too.
The memes of him just like, oh, when you nut, you keep sucking.
Yeah,
that's basically because he's like just white all over him too.
That is how
he's
it feels.
He's ascending, dude. He's about to transform.
That is 100% how it feels.
It definitely feels silly.
Enough. Die.
We're gonna. Commander Shepard versus the Wet Bandits is fucking wild.
Do you think Shepard would be like, these
That's
guys are a serious
amazing.
problem? These guys I can't kill them.
I want that.
They would be like a
framed.
side quest.
I want Shepard about to do that Nova Slam. You know, like after you do the fucking the charge, and you do the slam.
In Mass Effect 3.
I want a slam, and then Marv and Harry. What's their names?
Harry and Marv, I think.
Yeah, I would just want them just seeing them like being like obliterated. You know, or not obliterated because they can't.
They're breaking apart like.
Well, they're obliterated, but then they reconstitute.
they're breaking apart like Majin Buu in the Spirit Bomb. Like he's being fragmented.
There's like juice all over the place, and then slowly but surely it starts moving back together. And it's like, this dumb motherfucker blew me up, and you're like, what the hell?
So stupid.
You gotta shoot them in the
So
face.
stupid.
It's Majin Harry and Majin Marv.
That's so stupid.
I
love it.
Oh god, I'm
they have
finally
the M's
stronger.
on their head.
We're gonna be the best bandits ever thanks to
still
Bobbity's
suck.
magic, Harry. Harry. I forget which one is which.
Mo, Harry, or Larry.
Marv is the tall one. Joe Pesci is Harry.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna be the best bandits in the world, Harry.
What's Saren? Saren's the guy from number 1, right?
Sharon's
We're under the control of a fucking
Saren-
evil wizard, you dumbass.
Saren with a Majin Saren.
Majin Saren.
That'd
oh
be
my
really
god.
scary. At the end of that fight,
That's
he was already
basically
way
what he
overpowered.
is.
That is kind of what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already like flying around on that fucking Silver Surfer fucking hoverboard or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you kill him and he turns into
Mass
a
Effect
fucking
1 is so goofy,
creature.
man.
This little thing with cannons and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
I shot the
dumbass
shot at
thing.
him so many
Anyway.
times. That motherfucker endured. I'm like, you should die.
Yeah. What was it? We're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna read our $25 and up patrons. Thank you for listening to this fucking. It's a weird episode.
Where
I
did
don't even know
Marv go?
Where did Marv
Where did
go?
Harry and Marv go?
Went to train with Bobbity.
They are
Bobbity's
training
real.
with Bobbity right now, Commander Shepard.
All right, give me Garrus.
It's such a Fortnite fucking fever dream.
Shepard.
Harry and Marv, the Home Alone wet bandits, are training with Bobbity. Commander Shepard. It's just action figures. It's a child playing with
Shepard
toys.
It's Garrett.
Shepard, the Reapers can wait.
The Reapers can wait. We have to take down Harry and Marv, empowered by Bobbity's magic. Imagine this going on in a kid's bedroom. He's playing with action figures, and he has a Bobbity action figure. He has Commander Shepard action figure, and he has Harry and Marv.
Fucking Marv.
He draws an M.
A perfect
Dude.
Majin M on him.
The same as that fucking Jamiroquai shit.
Yeah.
I actually want Harry and Marv action figures.
That would be dope, actually.
I would buy the
You
fuck
swap
out
their
of
heads
those.
out. Like one could be like the electrocuted head,
Dude!
and like that would actually be dope.
I'd
Actually,
buy the fuck out of that. Like, no
I wouldn't,
joke.
but I would support
No joke.
people who would.
I went to Anime Expo this weekend. I was desperately looking for a fucking.
You went to the adult expo?
Oh yeah, how was that?
Anime Expo.
Did you end up meeting Hayden Christensen?
Yeah, I have pictures with them.
How was it?
It was really quick.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing them in person. It was like, oh, you guys are like real. Because Ewan McGregor looks great. He's aged so well, like genuinely, he's aged very well for like a person at his age. And Hayden Christensen, I was like, yo, I didn't even talk because my brain was like, I can't really like. I would just divulge too much, and I'd make your days worse. So I'm just gonna be like, thank you, and then walk out.
Yeah, I was gonna go with you, and then I slept.
Amen.
I slept instead
All I did was wake up. They had a really bomb bulgogi bowl there, dog.
at the convention center.
They have like food trucks.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
How much was it? $18?
Nah, it was like maybe like 11.
That's not that bad.
11. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I was
not bad at all.
expecting that at all.
11.
Probably went bankrupt.
11 is my favorite number.
Well, they probably got a bunch of people were there, so they probably were able to make it back.
11. All right.
Bang.
Anyway, we're gonna read our $25 and up patrons now. Go over to patreon.com/snarktank if you want to jump in and make me say the heinous shit. Count me down.
I'm gonna get a ponytail. I'm gonna have the fucking side shape.
You should do a Johnny Bravo thing where you cut it at a slant.
That'd be sick as fuck.
I'm gonna do what lesbians do, where I'm gonna shave the side only, and then get a ponytail.
Okay.
This lesbians do. 3, 2, 1.
Derek, watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Almost every character is based on a musical artist and gay, like you all.
I watched the first season. I do need to continue it. I need to go
I
back to
love
it.
JoJo.
It's cool, yeah.
It is the only manga. It's the only anime I would say I really, really like right now.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
JJK ended.
Really? How long did it go on for? I feel like that was
Short run, like maybe 5 years.
Oh, cool. That's great. That's great. How many episodes?
No, the manga. Sorry, the manga's over. The show is still continuing. The show has.
The show's still going?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
JJK came out in 2000.
How many chapters, I guess?
160 something.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I was about to applaud it.
Out there.
They can't do short form content, man. Think of how like guess a book. Give me a book, any book.
I mean, I just feel like the Gundam,
Bible.
I mean, that
Thanks
proves
for
your
prove
point.
my point even more so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what your point
Give
is.
me a concise.
I feel like the
book
Gundam
series.
series are perfect.
They do a
Like
very
that's
good
what
job
they
with
should
Gundams,
do.
yeah.
It's like, hey, usually under
But even the Gundam's mangas are pretty long, man. They're
Programming for Dummies.
long. Still a long.
Yeah,
book.
you read that?
Yeah.
Was it awe-inspiring?
I forgot all the characters.
Where you're reading and be like, oh shit, I am fucking stupid. Where you're like, holy shit, I'm mad stupid.
Fuck. This is like speaking my language finally.
Holy fuck.
Crystal Fox's massive, veiny, throbbing girl cock. Sleaze Merchant.
Crystal Fox, the female fox from
Star Fox
Star
Adventures.
Fox, yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I never played it. I only know about it because of a
I just
John
know
video.
do a barrel roll. That's all I know.
Do a barrel roll.
I don't know anything about than that.
Not like
And
that.
then the way that they would talk or something, it was like, yeah.
And Wolf would be like, nigga.
Do a barrel roll.
Wolf was definitely black coded. People that deny that were like, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
He's black coded.
You do this all the time.
Wolf was definitely.
Wolf?
It's like Falco's like an Italian.
What was Caribbean?
Who?
What?
I mean, it's not black technically. People say that shit is crazy to me. It's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Jamaican people aren't black? What do you mean?
It's just like, all right,
some aren't,
you know what?
but
It's
most
just- all right.
are.
You know what?
It's
Fine.
just moving the goalposts, man.
Dr. Octopus's top left tentacle is Afro-American coded.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure.
Dr. Octopus's bottom right tentacle is Asian coded.
I want to do transracial.
Can you imagine?
I think transracial shit is hilarious.
I think they did have like technically like they had names
Yeah.
or something,
That would make sense.
and they had like different personalities.
It'd be cool.
Even
He's like,
I don't know that shit.
Hey,
that's something that even me as a fucking mega Spider-Man autist I have no clue about the names of his fucking
Well, I know
tentacles.
that's the movie. Like, I think because they were like, you're in control of this one. This one's supposed to be a little bit.
N-word?
You can't say the N-word.
Can't say that.
No, I can't say the N-word. No, you're right.
Maybe I should.
The crime we
but
never
you're a
say
part
it
of-
at all.
You're a part of me, so maybe I can't say the N-word.
Poor Doc Ock trying to fight racism through his poor guy. Oh my goodness.
Say the N-word. No, I'm not a criminal.
I'm not a good.
And then like behind his face back.
You're right. The real crime would be to ignore the word entirely.
Which is kind of true.
He like raises. He does the thing. It's like
You know, see, you know, like when he's like, yeah,
when he's like, nothing will stand in our way.
that fucking.
Oh, I love that idea.
I like the idea of racist Doc Ock. Not the idea of the racist tentacles.
The racist
Influencing
tentacles.
this poor
Racist
man.
Him fighting racism through the tentacles is very funny.
I want to see them with little cute like hoods on, like clan hoods. They fit perfectly on them.
So insane.
They're like socks, pretty much. They're like sock puppets, but they're Klansmen.
It's such an unreasonable extra step to take, just in case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know about racism, the Ku Klux Klan's
Wow.
also here too.
They don't have eyes, but this is really cute.
My tentacles are Ku Klux Klan members. I didn't choose this.
It's not me, I
It was
swear.
I didn't program this. It was a short circuiting of the programming. I swear to
I
God.
want to be racist so bad.
I think they linked up to Twitter or something.
He's just apologizing while they're like, he's robbing
I'm
the bank
sorry.
and shit. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
He's being hijacked basically by like the tentacles. He's being like, sorry guys. That's like a version of Dr. Octopus, right? Like where the tentacles are like he's just on like a Like he's just for a ride, like he doesn't control anything.
That's crazy. Yeah,
That's a nightmare.
Really
hitting
poor
black
guy.
people, sexually assaulting people.
Black
Like they're just
people
doing the worst thing.
attacking
Wasn't there like a
black
zombie
people.
Doctor Octopus one too?
There's one where
Like he was a dead
gets-
body and the tentacles were just like moving around.
There's one where he's like he has cancer real bad and like he can't move his limbs at all. It's like a really like late stage cancer, so he can't move his limbs at all, and he pretty much has like actually 8 tentacles instead. It's really fucking cool. He's kind of like a little man, like at a pod, like
a little man at a pod.
And I'm like, oh man, poor
How
guy.
could he not fix his cancer?
There's no cure for cancer.
But doesn't
in
he
the Marvel
build a
universe.
tentacle that
There's
doesn't have
magic-
cancer?
There's magic can probably get out of it.
I feel like I feel like
I know. I get it. Like, dude, like they have all the shit they have.
a
and there's no cure for
radioactive
cancer.
spider.
Gave somebody power.
Yeah, you can't cure cancer?
I think that's the only like finality of that, because the only character that's never come back to life is Captain Marvel, the Marvel of Kree, and he died from cancer.
All right. Well,
That's
Sleaze
the
Merchant.
only like rule. That
I
hasn't been
squirt
broken
myself
yet.
today to see if I still squeal. Pee-wee power move, compressed cum blast. The police
That is not a
officer.
joke in that universe, so whatever.
The police officer in Diddy's house sliding in baby oil for all eternity.
He puts it on. He's going through a whole. There's like no, he can't.
Infinite.
No. He's like, somebody stop me, please.
Whoa!
He's like starving, malnourished at a certain point.
He is-
On the ceiling, on the floor, under the table, through stuff.
He's getting visibly thinner as time goes on, and he's still slipping and sliding.
He's going for a ride.
What does that mean? Does that mean that like the baby oil is imbued with inherent momentum?
No, a little bit of momentum goes way too far.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of inclines in his house too for some reason.
It's literally as if he's in space.
Yeah,
And he's just been pushed.
Yeah,
Like he can't start going. Even if he hits a corner, he'll like slide up
It's
and around.
It's worse than space, because space you don't speed up.
Right,
He's
yeah.
just going really fast. Like someone tries to go and stop him and they turn to dust. I got you off the roof.
All right. Supermassive Black Hole is the best Muse song and P. Diddy's future prison name. Sweeney is just...
I think Hysteria is better.
I don't know what my favorite Muse song is.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
I was fucking his
When
ass
there's
first.
nowhere else to run. Is that them? Or is that... No, that's The Killers.
Dead inside.
Supermassive Black Hole is pretty good, though.
It is good.
Sweeney
It reminds
is-
me of why I guess probably it's it's in the Twilight, and which
Which song part?
Supermassive Black Hole. So when they're playing baseball.
Yeah.
So it's in the baseball. It's in the baseball scene, which made me like by default. I'm like, whatever.
I love that song.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. The fact that it reminds me of that, it's like,
I saw the movie recently.
but come on,
very recently.
the fucking intro to Hysteria, that bass.
That's good. Sweeney is just Chris in his Ozaru form. Fuck grade 8 Vegeta, by the way.
Ooh,
I beat that nigga's ass.
He's
finally.
so
It was
difficult in that game, man.
Such a hard fight.
Rogue Juan, Rogue Juan, a race wars story.
Rogue
Juan.
Hey,
That's
man.
good. I'm going to kill Vader.
Here's the
We need to get the plans for the Death Star. We need to get the plan for the Death Star so we can.
Abajo, quick. fool.
Abajo, ándale, mía.
It's Luke. You are the only hope. Espérate, please help.
Espérate.
You know, at the end when
Espérate.
it's been hit and like
Yeah.
the waves coming, he's like, "Ay!"
Míralo.
I don't know
It's
how
the
to
Death
swim.
Star.
Mira.
Está aquí, el enemigo.
Get me, ven acá. That's crazy.
I hate that. Ew.
The Wiggles, Rogue One is really great. The Wiggles, more like, I want you to guess.
The Niggles.
Yes.
Of course, it had to be.
What's crazy that they the Wiggles were around when we were younger, but not so much children. But they replaced like one of them with another the girl, the black girl.
Oh, it's really
the
interesting,
girl.
man.
Yeah, I'm done talking now. It's gonna be more better when I'm done.
It's not gonna be
It's not gonna be
I was
better.
gonna say, what are you, a fucking Snapple cap? Who cares?
But they got a black girl that's exactly like the other black girl. Like it's a clone.
Oh,
of
they
her,
clone.
pretty
So
much.
there's like actually
Like
clones.
they put in a tube and they spat out another one that's
Like she
exactly like
turned
her.
a year older and they killed her. They just brought another one that was a
like
year
Star
younger.
Killer.
what if the Wiggles were like a noble? What if the Wiggles were like our equivalent of the Spectres? You know what I mean? We're like these.
Why?
Like why not? Like you get like the new Wiggle. the newly appointed Wiggle, and they just have infinite jurisdiction, basically. Like they can go anywhere. They can go to China, not worry. They can go to North Korea. They're above reproach.
They're like the Emperor from Warhammer, but they're the Wiggles.
They're specters.
They're specters. I love when people do that. It's like you already gave an example, and somebody will just
I don't know if they expect those exactly.
and they'll just give another one.
For
where I'm
Mass
like,
Effect.
Oh God, yeah, never mind. Okay, these.
Well, you thought I was like talking about ghosts?
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
that's so weird. That's cool, man.
What was I saying?
I'd be a Reaper if I could choose to be. I'd be a bad guy.
Hey, Marvin, have infiltrated the ship. Or I guess Edie would be saying that. Why would Captain Anderson be saying that?
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
I'm black. I'm Captain Anderson.
There has been
I hate this role.
I hate this role.
Why do black men only have nightmares? The last one to have a dream.
Whoa, oh God!
Yeah,
that was weak.
Yeah,
so
I've heard that one before.
You got to use more better racism.
I'm needing that Eldritch Dick. Call me HP Love Shaft.
Yeah,
it's good.
You sent me a George Floyd one that was pretty. Do you remember?
Is it Mr. Krabs one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another thing in that video that she was like, Chris only changed his opinions after George Floyd.
No, she didn't
I'm not
say
even
that.
talking. I'm not even joking.
She didn't say that.
Not that directly, but she said the fact that it took George Floyd for people like Chris to change his mind is crazy. I'm like, oh my god, that's wild.
Did she?
I think
Did she confuse you with
I
somebody
think she's
else
literally
at a certain
making shit up. I think it literally is like. It's actually like that Franchesca thing too, where she was like, Idubz made a lot of videos about me, and I'm like, I don't think that's true. I don't remember that. I feel like I would know about that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm wrong, but like, I feel like that's not.
I have heard that
happened.
some people, because even
Smashing Gay Pumpkin. Oh fuck, 8% battery.
I was listening to 8% shit.
we got 5.
I was into the Ackman when he said something about like, oh, you noticed after George Floyd happened, there was a lot more like pandering happening, and I was like, I feel like there was more before that. Like talking about in gaming and shit.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like there was more before that.
I feel it was like a lot more before. Like for example, like I said, to me
there was more forced stuff before that.
But that's exactly what he was applying. But I was like, I think it was before that. So there's like a weird thing where people feel like something happened during George Floyd, other than just a poor black man got murdered.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't really think anything fucking changed. Which is sad, actually.
I remember one of my favorite tweets was about when Trump got shot in the ear or whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, well, maybe his ear was just overdosed on fentanyl or something. It was like that. It was like that kind of. It was like something like that, and I was like, "That's awesome.
That's clever."
Yeah, it's good. Vaughn of the Dead, funny name, haha.
Out of pocket.
Smashing gay pumpkins be like penetration, dirty penis, lubrication on myself. I fuck brothers, women, 0, thrust my face into the something. Silver spermer putting the second dimension on a shirt. Vaughn of the Dead, Two-Face, but one side is just gay. That's gay face is so crazy.
No, it's called half gay.
Just the idea of like half of your face being gay.
It's gay.
It's insane.
One side of you is gay.
So what does that mean, though?
There's no visible difference. There's no visible difference.
I guess it's one side of your fucking suit is just all rainbowed out.
Yeah,
or something.
one side of your suit is just
Really stylish.
It's just better looking.
And
And then the other side is just a little bit. It's like fine, but it's like
wrinkles.
generic.
You're not ironed out.
The straight side is generic but passable, and then the gay side is like on point.
Like very
but like
well
your
done.
face is the same. Like it's not even like half disfigured or anything. It's just like
gay face.
I'm gay face.
I'm gay.
Then it just like
I'm
sucks.
gay.
You like.
I'm gay.
He
Moving.
sucks
I'm
cock,
gay.
but only on that side of his fucking.
All of it is
He
cock.
only sucks
All
cock.
of it rubbing the head of it on the inner cheek.
That is fucking crazy.
It's just only on that side.
I like to nibble on pussy from the side.
Just make sure, and then if it goes like it goes a little bit on the other side. Ew, 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 ew. Ew.
It's almost like a combined Siamese twin, like in some way. It's like that's a lot. I wonder if that's possible. They have like a Siamese twin who's like one of them's gay.
I mean,
You know
why
what I mean?
not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, not that it's possible. Not that I wonder if it's possible. I wonder if has it happened,
Yeah.
and how common is it?
And you gotta be like,
So-
oh man, I gotta kill the gay. I know which side I'm killing.
That's insane.
I just feel like there's so little. There's not enough Siamese twin to even test that, right? Like,
Are they extinct?
on the verge.
I haven't heard of them in a long while. But
It's been a while.
I think the World Wildlife Foundation has been trying to protect.
I just realized I used the word extinct for like just a person.
Exactly.
But it is like a question. It's like because I've noticed like I don't know.
Imagine being an X-Men and getting that power. You know, it's like
I kind of wonder that too about little people. Like, are there new little people coming up?
New little people.
I think little people is a gene that's gonna probably be a part of us.
It's been a while since I haven't seen them. I mean, it's kind of like blackouts. It's been a while since I've noticed a blackout.
What's that? What is that? What are you saying?
Exactly. Do you remember rolling? Do you know that was fake? The rolling blackouts?
Of LA. I heard that. They were done by the
It was fucking bullshit.
Wait, what are you
That's why
talking
if you
about?
notice, they don't happen anymore.
The rolling blackouts.
like, oh, this area is just out of energy. All of a sudden, it goes blackout. That's because of the energy company actually shutting off people's energy.
They were fucking with people.
It wasn't like
It wasn't a real.
It wasn't like a thing that was happening because it was out of control. It was energy companies.
It was like on
literally
purpose,
go-
right?
Yeah.
I was in my sociology class. Learned about that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Yo, dog.
The villainy, the amount of villainy that's just allowed to happen.
I can't believe Vince McMahon did that.
The amount of villainy
might
that
as
has
well have
happened in
been.
America is like
and the
like-
dumbest people on the planet allowing it to happen because
Like,
they're the ones
it's-
allowing it to fucking happen.
It's insane. Like that's why when people are like, "Oh, racism is not a big deal," it's
You know
like,
what I saw-
bro, look, like open a book and just look at shit.
Dude, I saw-
like just look at these things that happen, and you'll be like, "Bro, this is crazy that this really happened."
Did you see Jamie Kennedy
What?
come out in support of Trump and what he was saying?
No.
And he made arguments that he's good because they're coming after him. Well, he's not perfect, but he's gonna fuck shit up in a good way.
That's such a weird
and he's like,
angle
there's
because
only
it's,
one reason that you would. Oh, 3 reasons to vote for a Democrat is if you're evil, if you don't know any better, or what. He was just. And I was just like, this is. I think that was the thing that made me so upset earlier today. I was like, I don't want to live here anymore.
yeah.
I'm like, I can't. It's too much.
Everybody's
dude.
everybody's so uncharitable to Jared Fogle. There must be something great about him.
It's
really
literally
insane.
on the
It is
same
literally
level.
like 4-year-old
That is
logic.
on the same.
Well, people hate
level.
him, so he must not suck. It's like maybe he just sucks.
Maybe he
does
fucking.
suck.
It was like when
That's
oh,
Occam's
why are
razor,
they-
really.
why are
Occam's
they-
razor is that
Thank you.
he just sucks.
Thank you. Oh,
Epstein got killed because he's a great guy?
Yeah, right.
No. Like, it's because he fucking
He
sucks.
sucks ass. Oh, people that are affiliated with gangs are more prone to getting fucking killed. I wonder why. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, Trump's getting fact checked so much. Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because he's fucking lying all the
He's
time.
lying so much that you have to.
But
I thought
there's
you were
so-
gonna fact check.
Here's the
There
thing.
is
Here's
no-
the,
there was no fact checking.
Here's the thing about it, right? Here's the thing about it. The
J.D.
Democratic,
Vance said that shit.
the Democratic
Out
Party.
loud.
Look, the Democratic Party is look. It's all sorts of corrupt. There's all sorts of lies going on. I don't trust them really at all. And yet somehow, I still trust them infinitely more than
that's
this
the
person.
point.
That's the point.
That's
It's
the
not
point.
about like them being perfect or great or like, oh, I love this. It's about the fact that the bar is so low.
Yeah.
On the other end, that it's like this seems amazing in
Tell me,
comparison,
what fucking,
and it's not.
hey, what Democrat or liberal person do you know, like anyone, and I mean this, that is like, I love the Democratic Party. I love my candidates.
Me.
But like that's
I will
but
never-
how many
Me.
people have you seen on the right besides Chris Reagan?
I love the
champion, that are
Democrats.
champion.
How
They're
much-
They're zealots, actually, literally.
the fucking the memorabilia that they have. They're buying his stupid watches and his fucking sneakers
Cars.
and shit.
Yeah, it's cult
What
shit.
fucking person on the left is doing that? Where's the Tim Waltz fucking Airfors? There's no Tim Waltz Air Force One. I might buy them, but I'm just saying if there were the Kamala or the Joe Biden fucking Jordans.
Wait. Trump has a pair of Air Force Ones?
He doesn't have Airfors. No, he has basically
He has a gold
what's
sneaker of some
essentially looks like blank Chinese Jordans.
I would
right,
cop
all right.
the fuck
Hold on.
out of some
Guys, quick
jump
thing.
from Trump fucking Air Force. That'd be crazy.
You would not do that.
High top ones that are gold with Trump. Yes, the fuck I would. Yes, I would.
I'm gonna explode.
And I'd be like, this is
We gotta move on.
amazing.
We gotta move on because I'm starving.
All right.
What the fuck are we on?
my God.
One of the two-faced, but one side is gay. It's amazing.
I would.
Sweet.
I wouldn't buy them, but I would be like, those are kind of funny. I like those.
It's funny to own.
yeah.
Just
Two-Face, but one side is just gay. Sweeney's right on most topics. Round-eyed Asian. Editing. You've got to dick me into Toy Story the way Chris edited Zach's Let It Go parody into Frozen. I Cream and Genie. Perpetually irritated frenulum.
What about Trump Tims?
Tims?
No?
Nah.
I thought you guys would appeal to you guys specifically.
He's the reason why I don't like New York anymore. Like literally, like his nature has corrupted my home for me.
That's so crazy.
Crazy.
Masculine
I also
urge.
just don't like New York City that much anymore. Honestly,
I get it, but I get being embarrassed that like this nigga's from there. I get it.
He can't do business there anymore, which is
That's
crazy.
fucking
That's crazy.
That's so awesome.
And then he somehow
That's why I love that
and
place.
there's people that still think this guy is good at business or he's a decent human
That's
being.
the only place you could probably go to and very likely find no one that fucks with him.
Bro,
Like,
I'm so
actually,
glad
like,
that you
for
said
real.
I've never really thought about the Occam's razor thing. Like as far
Yeah.
as every single thing where I'm like, guys, please.
Like, if people keep trying to kill you, there's only two real things, right?
Either you're the hero.
Either A, you have information on bad people that you got from hanging around bad people, which is not great.
Yeah.
Or you suck so much that people are willing to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only two options. It's never like, he's so great, I'm going to kill him, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very
I mean,
rarely
good people have
that.
been killed
And what's so
too.
wild, because look, historically there have been some people that have been, assassinated that were like Martin Luther King Jr. or something like that. There's been some stuff like that, but let's think about Trump though. It's like, oh, he's gonna fix everything, and I'm like, oh, the rich powerful people are trying to kill the rich powerful person. Why? Why? Why would that? How? No, but cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
He's a populist, but he's also a fucking billionaire that fucking got $400 million from his dad. Cool.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Cool.
Anyway.
Having
Nigga,
a
if I
dad.
had that, if I had that shit, if I had that money, damn,
You would die. You would die. You'd be
I
dead.
would buy all the Slim Jims in the world.
I would buy every stick of gum.
Dude, it's Slim Jims, bro.
If I had that kind of money, I would be like, I would just have a mass revealing of like a bunch of secrets, and then they would kill me. And I'd be like,
then you'd be
look at
look at it.
Look at the UFO. Look at these. I found a UFO in
Oh,
the
I have friends with alien. I am a human alien hybrid now. I put it.
A Shiba Inu is behind a computer and it's telling us all what to do and it's making the simulation
fuck
gay
Liara.
and trans. I
and
watched
trans.
this Shiba Inu in a headset behind a large computer and he was so scary.
There's a little shit, you know.
Little Shiba Inu.
Thank you so much for
It's like
telling
that-
us the truth.
It's like that fake ending for Silent Hill or whatever. You ever see that ending?
No.
Where it's the Shiba Inu behind the fucking. It's like a meme ending. It was like back when like games had that, like
that's
where it was like
funny.
it would be like Halo Combat Evolved had an ending like that too, where like the ring explodes and then Sergeant Johnson hugs an elite and it gropes him. That's real. It's a real ending for Halo Combat
I
Evolved.
know. I know about the ape from Ape Escape in fucking Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
This
that.
is a
I
little ape,
forgot
and it's
about
like,
that.
What the fuck? And it's like, I'm gonna slaughter everybody.
I remember that distinctly because that was at a time where like video game crossovers like that was a jarring thing to see. Like it wasn't normal. Like, oh, what is an Ape Escape ape doing in like the woods, the Russian woods in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I just remember seeing it in a magazine.
The demon thing, fucking what you call it, in Mass Effect, the fucking demon from fucking.
The Dragon Age stuff?
Oh, the
Yeah.
dragon. Oh,
In the-
yeah.
in the
Pride
Shadow
Demon.
Broker, yeah.
There's a pride demon in the fucking in the statue.
that
And,
shit bothered me so much more than I was like, no.
I thought that was so cool.
You can't do this to me.
I
You
love-
know how my brain works.
Just an Easter egg.
I
Calm
can't
down.
have this.
I love when games do that personally. Like
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Halo has a lot of like old marathon stuff.
I
in
love
it,
how
too.
what you call it in Starfield fucking Tinkle's fucking not Tinkle that guy's great grandfather's in space now, the guy from Oblivion.
Oh, the adoring fan.
Yeah,
The adoring.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's cool. Like
right.
I like Starfield a lot. Like that's it. Starfield is a very quest-driven game. It's not really as exploration heavy, but like I think the quests are really fucking good in that game.
I'm waiting for the.
It's
game.
more like Mass Effect 2, actually. Now I think about it, it's just like not really open in the same way that Fallout and Skyrim are, but like as a quest line kind of thing, it's pretty good shit there.
I'm gonna get it eventually, and then I'm gonna
To wait
just,
for like a sale. They're definitely gonna cut the price of that thing.
I'm waiting
like-
for it to go down just a little bit more because I saw it around $30-something, but I just want just a little less.
Yeah, just a little less.
My problem is it falls into a lot of the problems I have with every Bethesda game where the game just doesn't evolve the way I want it to. Where it just turns into like, oh, you shoot person a lot of times. and you kill them. And it's like, I'd rather just have the narrative I get from games like the BioWare games is what keeps me on, because it's kind of the same thing as well there too. But there's such really enthralling narratives that I'm like, I'd rather stay on this boat.
Yeah, I think with Bethesda, it's more like the vibe is enthralling. Like, I like being in that space. Yeah. Like, I like being in even Fallout 4. Like, I think has great vibes, and like there's like it's fun to be in that world.
Yeah,
Skyrim is fun to be in that world.
Did they do anything?
Starfield, I think, is fun to be in that world, but I think I'm also like very like that's very tailored to me. I'm like a very NASA that kind of sci-fi guy, so it's like, oh, this is sick.
Did they do anything to like to travel a little bit more? Like, say, while you're on the planets, while you're exploring, or is you just running still? Or
they give you like a Mako.
Oh, they give you a little thing?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, that's to me, that was kind of absurd. They didn't have something before.
It is kind of crazy. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? The masculine urge to dress like a cutie patootie, parentheses, I'm a stocky 6-foot-tall Mexican, not blessed with the typical Mexican twink gene. It's so funny, blessed with the short gene. Life really is all perspective.
Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, it sure fucking is.
Blair White canonically banging Alex Jones. Audrey 2, but she drinks cum instead of blood. Stupid. Having Gary from the server drawn and quartered, stitched back together incorrectly, and then drawn and quartered again. Eat shit, Jack Doherty, you fucking stupid cunt.
Whoa.
Oh, I remember that. I forgot to mention this. You know about this? Do you know who Jack Doherty is?
He's that dumb kid that would have the security guard.
Oh yeah, the motherfucker. Yeah, I heard
he
about
crashed
it.
his car.
McLaren.
And he crashes McLaren, and then like his friend's like bleeding out, and he's like, record. It's like, what a psycho.
Yeah.
That was one of those things I was like, is this fake? Like, is this like a bit? But it just seems too... I don't know. It just,
it's too on
seems,
point.
It feels dystopian.
It's too on point. Like, I get it because he's so unlikable. It feels like a bit because that's what he does, right? His whole existence is pissing people off.
Yeah.
And so that I just feel like he's even in that horrible situation. He's just on point. He knows that like I need to make this as obnoxious as possible.
It's like
100%.
Doesn't look for a camera.
100%. Once he knew that he was safe, he was like, I am completely. I'm going to turn this into content, and
it's kind of epic in the way, like a really dumb way.
What?
No,
I like this guy.
Oh, the drawing.
This guy reminds me of like those new conservative shows that are coming out, like everything.
Like, Mr. Burcham.
Yeah, and the new norm. Like he's like, everything's woke now. And then his black fucking best friend comes in.
It's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right, man.
You're right.
I like when men were men, you know?
I
got
when
into
women...
a barbershop argument about that shit recently today.
You got into a barbershop argument?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
You know when you go to barber... You
went to the barbershop?
They're like, man,
today?
No, not today.
Everyone gay and woke now.
He was like, I don't got to call nobody what I want to call them. And I was like, you your boobs out if you want. And I was like, they used to call us nigger, right? And then eventually somebody was like, yo, maybe we should stop calling them that. That's not respectful. Maybe, you know. What about the people that were like, oh, I don't want to call them not that.
Well, my main thing is I always say this. I'm like, when have you ran into anybody like this? I always like when people have this like fucking this thought. I'm one of my not closest friends, but somebody that I grew up with, that I was in a band with. I told him that on the fucking phone. I was like, dude, when have you in your entire fucking 30-something years of life ran into anyone where they asked you to call you some weird shit? And he's like, be honest, never. I'm like, exactly, shut the fuck up. And he actually conceded. He's like, you're right. He's like, I'm actually like thinking about this shit way too much. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna run into none of this shit.
I'm over it, bro.
It's an overfocus, yeah.
People can be dumb if they want, and if they just fucking make sure they be dumb and they go into dangerous fields.
Yeah.
Death, Jack the world's fastest Maori, Harold in the purple drank instead of the purple crayon because he's addicted to drugs. Get it because he's an addict. Chief, what are you doing, sir? Chief, you might tell me what you're doing on that ship, sir? Restoring peace to Israel. The Covenant have invaded. Send $1 billion to Israel now.
I feel bad.
I love those memes. Have you seen those memes going around where it's just people being?
What would the American government do in real life?
No, it would just be like, oh my god, a meteor's arriving, and it's just like, fuck, send $1 billion to Israel right now.
Right.
And it's like all these like quick little sketches.
That's great.
It's good stuff and accurate.
Yeah, very much so.
It's really funny.
The flood has broken out. Send everything we have to Israel.
Oh man.
Man, being Israeli fucking must be so dope
It must
right
suck.
now.
I mean, it must suck to be an Israeli who understands.
And
you know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
It must be like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. That's
Like
my
this-
like, imagine if Puerto Rico was doing this. They could never. But like, imagine.
Don't worry, man. It's all going to boomerang back. And
They were sending the government was giving all of its money just to Bad Bunny.
Just to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is the Netanyahu of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
All I'm saying right now is that this is gonna all
It would probably be J-Lo, realistically.
No, it'd be Bad Bunny. Everybody.
No, but what I
hates
mean is
J-Lo.
like she's literally a criminal.
That's true.
She brought a gun for PD to kill somebody, and no one talked about. I remember hearing about that when I was younger, and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." And now people are like, "Did you know J-Lo was actually sketchy?" And I'm like,
I'm just Jenny with a Glock.
With a Glock.
And I'm gonna send it to a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
"I'm gonna shoot him in his back of his mouth."
That's her podcast cadence.
That's
All right. All right. Kingston looks like the kind of guy to soak a Digimon card in cum and swipe. He says swip it in his ass like a credit card. Big meaty stinks.
I guess.
That's crazy.
You know how much cum you need to soak something in? To soak something, you need a lot of cum.
Soaking something in cum is an egregious affair.
A vat of cum in someone's room, like bubbling.
About a week of edging, I think we'll take care of that.
About a week.
If you edge for a week, you really shouldn't be alive. I'm sorry, I was trying to say that. You shouldn't be edging for a week. You shouldn't be edging in general is bananas, but like what I can get behind people doing whatever you need to do.
B-A-N-A-N-A-N.
But edging
Imagine,
for a
like-
week, staying up for a week, and you're just like,
Imagine when it's time to bust and you slip and hit your head and you didn't even get to experience like the payoff. Like you're you boom, and then once you wake up, like just comes everywhere. You waited for a week so you can experience that fucking money shot, and you miss it. Like that.
Missing your own orgasm is hilarious. That's insane.
You're like, oh, you're
I
getting
slept
ready.
through
You're like,
my-
oh, here we go. You're bam.
Damn.
And then it just
and you wake up and it's dried and harder to clean.
it's like you're like, ah. That's like fucking Tom screaming.
You did it again.
You don't get the tone. You don't get the height right, but you get the fluctuation
I'm
of the
almost
voice.
there.
That's it nearly perfect. It's like Zach's Trump impression. You know what I mean? Where it's like you know that it's Zach doing it, but that's like a perfect. I
You
don't
and
understand
Ben
how.
are the best at that shit.
It's almost there. I need to practice it. I think
I can't do it. It makes me so mad how good you are at it.
That's because I think that I've been. It's probably because I've been infatuated with that since I was like a little kid.
You have to
I've
give
been
up
obsessed with it
something-
too.
you
I
have to
just
give
can't
up
do it.
something to be able to, like, you have to, like, there's like a alchemist, like, I have to give up a piece of myself. If I do that scream, I die. I know if I do that one time, it's like, all right, well,
That's what it is.
farewell, and then I get the luminous claw on my body.
I sacrificed my height and my extremely large penis. So now I'm 5'6" and I have just a slightly above average penis.
My penis.
We trade one villain for another.
My penis looks like a pig's tail. Right? And then it boings. Finish reading, please.
Boing. So you don't even thrust. All
right.
You don't thrust.
Big meaty stinks. You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a seal always keeps: his baby.
You just
Andy, the man whose handies are now A tier but not as dandy. The Drink Cup official music video. Every day in my sheets you hear Gluck Gluck Gluck. Heath Smoker, Gids, Sween. What's your opinion of the new Ultimate Spider-Man with Jonathan Hickman?
You would fuck a girl's body up really bad.
Sipping on some semen by
Insemination
Gay Sex
complete.
Mafia. I'm the Joker, baby.
Oh man.
Joker.
I know what we're doing for the next extra ammo.
Yoker, the
We ran Joker
Yoker.
too?
We're gonna write.
Yes.
We should write a Joker.
That's
too.
literally. I was like,
Yeah.
that was the yeah.
Let's absolutely write a Joker too.
100%.
Love it. Did you guys see Joker 2? I saw it.
I didn't see it. I want to see it. Though.
I went and saw it on a whim because I was like, I have to know what people are.
Me
fucking
too.
talking
I
about.
want to see it. Damn.
I might see
I think
it
I'm just gonna
this
watch one of
weekend.
those camcorder ones.
Yeah.
Just steal it.
Yeah, because I've actually been convinced by the myriad, the wave, even people I respect. I was like, God damn, I have not seen one person say people are exaggerating.
Yeah.
You're like, this shit sucks, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't imagine it being good from the beginning. I was like, how is this gonna be great? There's a woman.
Well, just go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Hurry up.
Slipknot, the N word, and I.
Am I wrong?
The N word and I.
Am I wrong?
I mean, I do. I'm gonna.
Look at everything pre-women,
I just
and then
wanna-
add a woman. Is it better?
Because like I want to rope in Gaga's nose. I mean, I feel like that's
I respect her too much.
really
What I would do to
feel
her
like-
sexually would just make her so much worse than she is. Like just go be a good singer.
Slipknot, the word N-word and I. That's an awfully hot.
N-word and I. Is that what that
That's
says?
an
What is
the N-word and I, and I.
The Devil and I is the real song now. The N-word and I. Very.
That's an
clever.
awfully hot cummy shot. Should I take it in my face? Definitely.
Definitely.
That's great. There's sometimes we get a write-in where it's like it sets something up and then ignores what it sets up, and I love that.
That's good.
That's great. Kevin Durant, definitely.
Real comedy is now not being comedic, which is we've gotten so fucking broken.
It's
on
ignoring.
comedy.
It's ignoring the joke.
Kind of
Not
like
being funny. Is
You like my little
funnier.
narrative here?
No, love will prevail. Kill. No, love will prevail.
The idea of this guy being in any kind of authoritative position over this feller and assuming that this guy could do whatever that is
These people.
and him having this perspective.
I feel
I'm
like,
really happy with this.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I think this, even with the Snark tank, there needs to be a shirt.
This is art.
This is.
I'm happy with it.
I want to rock this so people walking down the street, people be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm gonna take a picture of this, and I'm gonna trace it exactly as is onto an iPad, and then that's just gonna be a shirt.
That's a shirt.
Happy Halloween.
We were gonna.
You gotta send that one in. You gotta send that one in.
I didn't realize how much people look at shirts because, like, whenever I'm wearing something interesting, people always comment. Like, even this, they're like, "Oh shit, Rusev, I love wrestling, whatever."
Yeah.
So they'll look at this. And what's your shirt from? What is that?
What is that?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it.
I don't got time. Just walk off.
Kevin Durant's feet. Tim Pool takes money from Big Beanie. Relinquish ye contents of ye pockets, brave, or thou shalt chef a man up. Mr. Pants.
Stupid. Sorry.
Mr. Pants Sweeney, how do you feel about the recent Magic bans? They call me the Cup, Cardboard Pie. She spum on my bum till I befutter.
Let's go.
Black Myth Yakub. You fucking Joker left.
Dude, totally.
Notice how they still haven't done the new intro yet. Also, I'm an F slur.
That's true.
Jolly old dipshit lesion, but he has a fleshlight head.
Shepard would go ham on that shit.
This is amazing.
It'd be a mess.
He's
Shepard
monotone.
Commander.
This is
Shepard
amazing.
Commander.
Shepard Commander.
That'd be a mess.
Cipher graph. Harris versus Clinton squared off.
Do not come in my
Definitely
CPU.
defeating. More like a CumPU.
Cum processing unit.
A computer.
Do you imagine?
That is kind of what a womb is, technically.
Yeah.
It's a cum processing unit.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
So I'm gonna tell him, hey, bitch, I'm a sperm in your CPU.
I'm gonna sperm in your fucking processing unit. How you like that? I like it when you talk dirty. I'm gonna sperm upon thee.
oh man.
I'm in the sperm.
I'm
hard.
trying to sperm like a worm with germs.
With germs.
That's so fucking putrid.
Sperm,
Oh, God.
worm with
Defeating-
germs. While I have a perm,
While I
are you
have a-
concerned? Earn. Earn. He just says earn.
I earn sperm and germ with the worms and kern.
I yearn to earn sperm.
I yearn to earn sperm. The germs.
You earn sperm like a worm with germs.
Earn.
I yearn to earn sperm
With
like
Mr.
a worm with germs and a perm.
Like in a perm with Mr. Burns. Drinking slurm.
Slurm. Let's
I
go.
turn.
You got fucking two Matt Grading fucking references, bro. Damn.
Oh, we're cooking.
Woo.
We're cooking garbage, but we're cooking.
We're cooking,
We're cooking
sludge
Kraft mac and cheese in an easy bake oven. Is what we're doing.
in a fucking burnt ass, destroyed ass
In a
pot.
burned
I
down
almost
house.
bought an Easy Bake Oven recently.
What?
Yeah, because I was just like, hey, nobody owns that shit anymore.
Nobody owns an oven. I should own it.
Yeah, nobody owns an oven anymore.
Hey, landlord, get this fucking oven out of my apartment. I don't need it anymore.
Just put in that big ass space.
It's just like surrounded by grimy, dirty, fucking like obviously a portion of the apartment that hasn't been truly cleaned in fucking years, decades probably. So it's just like, oh yeah, I got my Easy Bake Oven. I don't need it. You bend over onto the floor to fucking put a fucking like a piece of chicken in there.
It has to cook for 3 days.
That shit is fucking.
In 3 days' time, this is gonna be lukewarm.
It's just rubbery and whitish pink.
It's just fucking wet and sopping and gross.
You can just taste the salmonella all over it.
It's wet, sopping, and dry somehow.
Yeah.
The good old wet dry.
Good old wet dry. I love me the wet dry. That's my favorite. Get chicken off on a wet dry.
Wet dry.
Wet dry, get fucked like a wet dry.
I mean, I guess wet dry is real. Like, have you ever had
Pussy?
Yeah. I mean, you put that shit in. You got wet pussy.
Like wet sand. I love it. There's spoonfuls of wet sand.
You got wet pussy. You got dry dick, and then you got that wet dry period before your dick's wet all the way.
For you fully wet.
The way he delivered that was so crazy.
Dick's
wet all the way.
Yeah. So you have that period where it's like a little. You have slipperiness, but then it's a little dry, and you're like, ow, ooh, ow. Oh, ooh, ow, ooh.
No, I'm a dry guy. I'm a dry guy. What I do is I get chalk. I get some chalk. I buff it out. Chalk my hands out.
Chalking your dick before sex.
This dude is mad.
Get three solid.
I'm the Joker. I'm choking my pee-pee up.
Dude, Joker does like dry pussy for sure.
Absolutely. He chalks his dick up.
Joker knocks women out before he fucks them just because that's their pussy dry.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He waits for them to wake up.
An entire thing of baby powder.
This is a fit to be
That's
fun.
actually what's on his face. It's baby powder. It's not even makeup.
Why?
It's just Arm & Hammer or whatever the fuck it is. What is it called? What is the... I can't remember what the fucking baby powder...
Is it Jergens? I don't remember.
Johnson
Jergens?
& Johnson.
Oh, is it Johnson?
You're right.
I think you're right.
Johnson, yeah.
I thought it was something with a J.
I don't know if it's like... Maybe this is just me. And maybe it is just like literally associated with like calmer times. The smell of baby powder is kind of awesome. Like I like the smell of baby powder like a lot.
It soothes me because of
it's not bad.
Then the world was soothed.
But it's also like half asbestos. So like I don't know if it's like safe. Yeah, I think it's like actually like really toxic for you.
I think it's just cornstarch, isn't it?
No, not anymore. It's asbestos now.
Oh,
it used to be cornstarch and then they shifted to asbestos.
Oh, it's actually.
What are you gonna do all that asbestos they have in those buildings?
With the peel back of regulations that have happened? I wouldn't. Yeah, that tracks.
People are living too long.
I love my boar's head. I love my boar's head cold cuts covered in Arm & Hammer fucking.
Arm & Hammered asbestos.
All right. Defeating a sandwich only makes it tastier.
What is that from? Oh, that's from Dragon Ball's P.
Oh, it is.
Or Dragon.
It is.
Dragon Ball's P. Yeah.
Defeating a sandwich only makes it tastier.
I thought that was Oh, you're probably one of them said.
Whatever. I don't know.
You ever like?
Was it
put a bunch of powder inside of water and then use that as like paste to like seal your doors? I use it as like plaster.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
You put a bunch of powder in water and use the as plaster.
All right, happy Spooktober, guys. Happy Spooktober, guys. Especially you, Sween.
I just use the stuff that you buy at the store.
Oh,
just a little, just a silly
Ambo baby powder lying around.
No,
just a silly little wizard looking for a big titty goblin girlfriend.
Okay, I was on that board and you said goblin.
I'm definitely on board now. Hunter Dubois.
Vosh.
I'm not fucking a goblin. That's impure.
Too small.
I think any woman my height or shorter is a goblin.
Damn, yeah.
So I'm like kind of locked in.
What's a gooner to a goblin?
What's a gooner to a goblin? Why be a king when you would be a gooner?
Yeah, gooner.
I'm beginning to feel like a goon god.
Goon god.
He's just his dick and his eyes are lighting up and then flashing back and forth.
Goon.
It's happening.
I think my semen on a human actually really applies.
Hit me with penis like a cattle prod. Hunter Dubois.
It leaves a whop on your skin.
Auspex.
Get struck by his dick.
Getting hit with a dick so hard that it welts you is crazy. Like that's a next level.
That's my new goal. That's a new quest.
That's what Crash Bandicoot is actually doing when he spins around.
You pauses for a frame when his pants are down.
His eyes are half open. His eyelids are like down halfway. Hunter Dubois.
He puts the way so fast.
Hunter Dubois Auspex scan shows you're gay. I need a queero. I'm pumping hard in this homo till the end of the night. He's gotta be gay, and he's gotta be gay.
And he's gotta
and he's got is it this 3 times? What is it?
Yeah,
I need a home, I mean queero.
I need a queero.
Hey, dude, you made me hard. Kiss my penis and make it wetter. The Gadles. Rise Against is the use for straight men. Switchy the Kid. I fucking hate it. So gay lazy. Parody movie of The Great Escape, the greatest gape, and Tobey Maguire's and Tobey's Spider-Man was actually hot in high school. Poopy Possum, Sweeney showers and sneakers. No way I'm hanging out with a couple of gooners. I'm just here so I don't get killed. British people come, then be like, what's all this then? What's all this then? Big Dick Randy pulled out 20 years late in the sloppiest way possible. Call that bitch Afghanistan. Cat Williams was right. These big dick deviants are all getting caught in 2024. Transfemme gremlin. Yush. Transfemme who signs legal documents with her extremely dexterous girl dick. That's insane. Craig the Canadian. Can anyone recommend any non-woke Fudanari games? I saw that. There was a post. It's like, I'm sick of all this wokeness in my Fudanari games. Fudanari is like the most woke thing I can imagine.
That was a joke. Wait, that was a joke though, right?
Well, it's a joke here. I don't know if it's. I mean, who the fuck knows? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Who knows?
That's where I was at. Like,
we just don't know anymore.
My default would be like, oh, what a funny joke. But
it's a good joke.
I'm also like,
it's your boy Shawnee D, the Holy Trinity, the $100 Jamiroquai, the Toretto House, and the Shack in the yellow shirt.
Oh hell yeah.
Willem Dafoe expertly teaching a 4-hour class entitled How to Attack Your Dead Horse. 3XO begging Kingston to never get braces so he can spit water at people using his iconic tooth gap.
I don't even know what's iconic. Jesus Christ.
Cox between
just a Zach
thing,
comment with the word iconic in there.
You can fucking, I've seen you fucking go hard on dudes with that shit.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone, right?
He's flossing them cocks,
just
bro.
Stop, please. It's one of my few insecurities. Stop, please. Please. Lily says I'm missing a tooth. I'm like, girl, you're so fucking mean.
You would be missing the thinnest tooth. Like, it's such a gross, thin tooth. This is my lanky tooth.
He's so gross.
My tooth looks like the fucking Alien Romulus basketball player.
No, I don't know that one.
He looks like a creature, man.
He's like, there's like a basketball player that they casted as like a really tall, like alien creature. It was like that kind of like, you know, Doug Jones. The guy who does it's kind of like that. Okay. He's like, he's just naturally like strange looking. So they're like, you look fucking gross and weird and scary. Would you like to be a scary thing?
To be a fucking gross, disgusting alien?
You're like Andre the Giant, but like if the giant part was just like tall.
So literally giant.
No.
The giant.
I don't know why, but I felt like, did you feel this too? Where I felt like I needed to stay still.
I looked away.
Like I felt like I needed to stay still. Like I actually like unironically, like naturally, like the animal, like there's like an animal part of my brain that's been like dormant for millennia, and like said like stay still and it won't see you.
Don't ignore me. Do not ignore me.
Oh my god.
Open the door.
The euphoric feeling from being on HRT for 7 months and having my penis shrink from 6 inches erect to 4 inches erect. Slurping, smoking, joking, emoticons going like this. MH, the dripful one. Just the Jew of us. We can bank it if we tried. That's the Jew of us. You wouldn't go away. Obi-Wan should blow me. I beat him off and suck his penis just to show him that I'm gay. Punished Venom Sheldon, 50 cent to 50 cent blood in my piss. Evil Sween says I love the gays. At least 4,435,130 ants in the shape of a human. There's only one queer left. Walter White voice. I am the hawk who tours. Jesse voice. Hell yeah, Mr. White. Spit on that thing.
Still waiting for
That's annoying. That's the most annoying thing I think I've never hated something more than what I've just read.
Yeah, that's why I ignored it.
Yeah,
it would hurt me.
Yeah, Wage Slave 583, Papini Brothers presents Vegeta's Galactic Food Review YouTube channel. Donk Donkerson. Oi, yeah, be a good come bounce on me cock on the back of the big bebo. Gade 6, P. Diddy blasting his favorite 50 Cent song, Many Men, while many men come upon him for a record deal. or whatever.
or
Like that he's spitballing in his own fucking.
He just petered out.
many gay men.
Many gay men.
PP wrote in, or like, well, PP's
Trying to suck my meat, but
PP. Chris, check out this great song. It's called "You're Gay and I Hate You," but I made it up. You stupid donkey bitch. Damn, dude.
I'm gonna check them out.
I'll check them out. Yeah, I'll check them. I'll see
that was a cool song.
Try and get them on vinyl. At this point, it'd be funnier to have Brad on the pod before Colin. That would be funny. Brad is he is a native. Like he is here. He's in Orange County, I think. So it's a bit of a trek, but wouldn't be that would be funny. Me be fishy. Fagnito versus the gay sex man. John Strickland. I will in fact be wearing a suit and tie to the Super Bowl. Merck's 1889. Total
Inward death.
That is one
Is
of
that what
the
it is?
craziest things I've ever fucking seen.
What are we at?
The top one, the first one. Read that out.
Let me see what it is.
No, is that like Cylons? Is that what we're trying to say? Total Cyligger death. Behead Cyliggers. Roundhouse kick a Cyligger.
You say Cycligger.
Oh, Cycligger. Oh, okay. So that's I got that wrong.
Slur for cyclists. That's nuts.
Into traffic, steamroll over a Cycligger's head. Oh, I thought this guy was trying to go nerdy and be like Battlestar Galactica and be like a
You're a
Cylon.
fucking Cylon.
That's why I was like, Cyligger? I was like, oh no. Which actually would be real.
Yeah.
I think if that universe was real,
They
would.
hated them. Aren't they? They're like what's called? They're like cyborgs.
I
right?
mean, well, they hated them for a good reason.
Well, yeah.
They fucking blew up.
Yeah.
They blew up their world.
It's somewhat provoked, I think you could say.
They hated them.
There's nuance on both sides.
Oh man,
They blew up your planet, but you're not being very welcoming.
it's basically
In
that's where the
retrospect.
Geth got. It's the Geth. It's like the Geth took over the Quarian
Yeah.
world, Rannoch or whatever, and kicked them the fuck out. And all it's every
Israel.
Did they kick the Geth out of what like Gethlehem?
yeah. So they deemed it Gethlehem after.
I want to leave now. I have to. I'm out. I'm clocked out now.
First Richard Keith David featuring an American so racist.
Geth
Incest has become his only option. The ghost of Jim Crow hunting the women's bathroom at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Is it Jesus? Jesus Christ?
Gethesis.
Gethesis? Geist?
Gethesis.
Getheis.
Gethesis.
Gethesis.
Gathonchus Gathilet.
Oh my god.
So it's not even how their names work. It's so dumb. Pre-Roz, spread your cheeks so I can shit in your ass. Blake 896, Radiohead, nice peen, and Anna Sorkin is currently on Dancing with the Stars, yelling
worship
world.
the Reapers.
Yeah.
The old machines. What if like Harbinger was dressed like Jesus, and that's why they got into
He had
him?
holes in hands.
That's
Has holes in his
insane.
tentacles or whatever the hell they have.
We meet
They're-
him, and he's literally Jesus from the Bible.
He's a fucking robot, but he has human hair and a robot.
We're yelling World Star in a crowded room, unprompted. Alaskan oil field trash, Texas tater salad, young Sheldon suffocating in a cave upside down.
I love it. They added my upside down thing. I love it. My friend just said, "I'm gonna."
I
put
seem
you
to be
on
upside down.
My
The
friend-
blood is rushing to my brain and compromising my cognitive capabilities.
My friend said,
Someone help me.
But
If only Spock were here.
if I keep coming, I'll drown in my own cum. I gotta stop coming.
If I piss hard enough, maybe I can erode some of the rock walls and bury myself up out from freedom.
How long would that take?
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. I feel like that's how he talks. They do that overacting thing. You know what I mean? It's like, like this is what a Cyclicker deserves.
Cyclicker is crazy.
They buried me underground. Anyway, tickle my ass hairs.
I'm in a tomb. They made a tomb for me.
They've entombed me in a shrine of my own hubris. What am I to do? Fuck.
So I'm so glad it's over.
Niggy Jizzy, formerly known as Niggy Ziggy. Honestly, on God for real on Sween. Congrats to Sween on losing weight. Good shit, man. Keep it up. I wonder if Derek has listened to the band Vulcanaz.
Not yet. I listened to that other Asian one, the one that they said that was like baby metal, but I haven't got to that one. I have to do that one now. Woke Kansas, what is it?
Vulcans. I keep wanting to say Vulcans for some reason.
Like Woke Arkansas?
Vulcanaz. Vulcanaz, I think. It's a wonder I can breathe at all when my big fat dick is in my jaw.
I
think I added a mile. I think it's in there. Jaquiramai.
Damn.
Sorry, Miss Jackson, Badly Brave, Duck Cunt, Aetherian, Brodrian Punter, Navrum, Melphis One, and rounding out our list as always, the king of haphazard. I'm hungry. Bye.
Later.
We started this like
I was supposed to leave at 5 o'clock.
It's like past 6.
It's almost 6:30. I'm very late to what I'm going to the point I'm probably not going anymore.
All right, bye guys. Bye.
I'm gonna come upside down. That sounds like
bye, sexual wolves.
Bye. Stupid.
All right, silence. Get a little bit of.